A couple of second-round openers in the NBA playoffs tonight. In an hour, the Knicks host Philadelphia. Then it's Minnesota at San Antonio. Anthony Edwards of Minnesota due to return this evening. He missed last week with a hyperextended knee. The Pistons gave coach J.B. Bickerstaff a contract extension. Orlando fired head coach Jamal Mosley. The Mavericks' new team president is Masai Ujiri, ex of Toronto. The Bulls' new executive VP Bryson Graham from the Hawks. A couple of second-round NHL playoff games tonight. Philadelphia's at Carolina, then an opener later with Anaheim at Vegas. The Green Bay Packers signed veteran quarterback Tyrod Taylor and cut quarterback Desmond Ridder. In Major League Baseball, Colorado's lost 4 in a row, and they're down 4-0 at home to the Mets. In the bottom of the 6th, just one hit for the Rockies. Tigers pitcher Tarek Skubal will have arthroscopic elbow surgery. I'm Steve DeSager.
Elijah, put the camera on me. Sweetie B.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, a dack, dack, a ack.
Enter, brother.
Welcome in. With all that and that password, guess what? You now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2,
Thank
not
you.
3,
Nope.
not 4.
How many?
Not 5.
Nah.
Thank you.
Not 6.
How many? What else?
Not 7.
LeBron is,
And when I say that, I really believe it.
is he counting the point spread against the Lakers? Because he has to go up to 15 and a half to get there.
That's
I'm
a
just
good one.
saying.
Too soon, bro.
I'm sorry.
Is it that big?
15 and a half.
my
That's
gosh.
unbelievable. No matter. Yes.
All right, I might. You know I ain't a gambler, man. I might have to put 10 on the Lakers. Rob G, what would 10 get me? My goodness. All right, maybe 100. I'm about to go 100.
Okay. Okay. No
Hey,
matter
Rob,
how.
say it on air.
No matter
Let's
how.
add it to the
How
intro.
you gonna start? We just started and you already saying stuff that'll get you fired.
Rob.
Okay.
We've been on the air 11 and a half seconds.
I had the over under 3.5 minutes.
Yes. No
All right.
matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now, live.
Do it live.
On YouTube.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
That's
do
right.
it.
Thank you,
That
Mr.
read it?
Bill O'Reilly. Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the odd couple on a Magic City Monday. I had to think about what day it is. Magic City Monday. And guess what? You'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Bayer and Bolaños.
Shout out to them.
On the planet.
Rich and Cavino.
Shout out to them.
On the planet.
Stugats.
And
Shout out to
company.
them. What?
Oh.
No, I'm saying, we finally got to meet him.
Okay.
In
On
Super
the
Bowl.
planet. All right, yeah, there you go. Thank you. Ben, at least when people are awake. I mean, I'm sorry about
Only
that.
time it counts,
Okay,
man.
write it down. Committed to memory, 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen out there, 877-996-6369. And if you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in here and you have a problem with what we say to you, tough, because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. Do you have a problem? Turn off your station.
That's right. With all that said, always remember...
Sweetie Beatty. Yeah.
That's right. Let's go. Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is...
Kelvin.
Washington.
Come on, man. You know I'm feeling good. Beautiful Monday. Magic City Monday. Hopefully everybody's weekends was great. It was a great basketball over the weekend. 3 Game 7s. My goodness. So the NBA has to be happy about that. The Pistons prevailed, so I'm good, man. You good?
Yes, I do want to welcome Rob G back. I think we should do that.
Yes, absolutely. Give it up for Rob G.
Rob
Alex.
G, welcome you back.
Welcome back, brother.
And
you were
remember,
missed.
your family is here as well. I know you have your natural family, but after all these years, we're part of your family as well.
Absolutely.
So our best wishes to
How
you
long
and your
before I can
family.
roast him? Like about his haircut or his height or stuff like that?
I'd
Like give him a little time?
Yeah, give him a little more
right.
window. And
We'll
I
give
do
you a
want to
few
say
more.
this too. Condolences to the John Sterling family.
Mm-hmm.
The passing of the longtime Yankee play-by-play man on the radio, John Sterling, who passed at age 87. In honor of that, there's only one way of doing it.
Let me do it.
And we'll do more about John. What a original, and even if you're not a Yankee fan or whatever, everybody's heard those.
You
calls.
know
Am
I do it
right?
all the time
Yeah.
over here. And obviously I'm not a Yankee fan, but
everybody knows who
yeah.
that John Sterling and his unique thing. So
I love it. Every city has their guy.
Yeah.
Ernie Harwell.
And you know what? I
Vince-
got to get to know Ernie Harwell in Detroit, and that was an honor of mine because he was just a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these guys are really, really good people.
Salt to the earth.
And the same thing, and we'll do more on John Sterling,
Yeah.
but I got to know him personally, and what a great guy. And he'll be missed without question. All right, let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without him. Rob G is our producer.
Blood
back in the
Mexican.
saddle. Yep. Alex is our engineer.
Alex, you're a hidden talent.
Alex, one more time.
Alex, you're a hidden talent.
There you go. I don't know. You still hidden? Yeah. Okay.
For now.
I'm surprised you're still here, but
For now.
you know. Yes.
For now.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just
Hidden
saying.
talent thing's getting out there.
I'm just
I'm
saying.
trying to read
okay.
into what that means.
What, is he still here?
Yeah, for now and stuff.
I don't know. I mean,
It's funny, I just can't see you.
Is he? I can't even see where he
I
is.
don't know where you're at.
Elijah has all these new
Can't even
lights
give you a
on my
whole spiel.
face.
People are flying the coop, so I'm just want to make sure that he's still here. I just want to make sure you're still here.
Some people leave and come right back though, so it's all good.
There's a lot of bird food over there.
There you go. All right. Steve DeSager is at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program. And, of course.
Never heard of him.
Come on,
Of
man.
course.
Who?
He's sitting right next to you.
Elijah
Never heard of him.
is our social media guru. Elijah, I don't know. It seems like you're wearing hats more often now than ever before. Am I misreading something or no? No? Am I right or wrong, Rob G? Elijah, I don't remember you wearing.
He said yes.
He is wearing hats
Yes.
more. And is it because you don't want to pay for a haircut, or is there something?
Well, first of all, he's
ulterior?
off camera, so why are you calling that man out right
No,
now?
but
That-
I'm just-
on
I see him-
the haircut struggle bus.
He got a hat all the time now. You don't remember him wearing a hat all the time, do you?
No, but then you just.
I'm not mad at him.
Listen. These.
I wore my Tokyo Giants hat.
And that's
in.
pretty dope. You know, I like that. These, all these vacations,
Wow.
you know, they cost, right? So he's sacrificing. Like, dang, no haircut, but the family's happy on these trips. I made her happy. I get it, Elijah.
All right, Elijah.
And the hat he's wearing is a sponsor of ours. So he's like, if I wear this, they're going to give me another $50.
So this M Drive or
Is
something?
that M Drive?
No, it's Travis Matthew. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Very
Oh, yeah.
nice. All right, and don't
I'm
forget.
mad at them, though, because they got to tease me and got me fall in love with their stuff, and they don't want to give me nothing else.
That's it. Enough already. All right, don't forget also the YouTube channel. You can watch the show live on YouTube every night. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. There you go. So much stuff. Rob G, the Boston Celtics, Game 7. Couple issues, but, of course, Jaylen Brown highlighted.
Yeah, we had a few Game 7s over the weekend, and this one was on Saturday, so we expected this one we get to later in the show. It's not a big deal. We're 2 Game 7s removed from that. But Jaylen Brown had to get on Twitch on Sunday night and made some comments about what went wrong for Boston during that series, and it got everybody up in roar. Take a listen.
What are y'all talking about? They clearly had an agenda. They clearly had on a red board. If Jaylen does this move, call the offensive foul on him every time. I don't know if it's because I pissed the refs off. I've been critical about them, and I called them out a bunch of times. They were like, you know what, I got you in the playoffs. Watch this. And that's exactly what they did. And when you're in the middle of the series, you know, I got time to say that because that's a distraction. I'm trying to focus. But now that's over, I've been doing that all regular season. Everybody's been doing it all regular season. You're gonna call that on me every time. And y'all don't see it like it's an agenda. It's clearly an agenda. Look at the same move.
Okay. It could all be true, but it comes out as sour grapes when you blow a 3-1 lead And we can talk about the Celtics all we want, and the same thing comes up. They live by the three, they die by the three, right? When they lost to the Knicks last year, what happened? They missed 75 out of 100 threes. They go up 3-1. They shoot 28% in the last 3 games, and guess what? You get knocked out.
Yep.
So you can talk about all you want. It just sounds bad. Jaylen Brown had a great year, absolutely great year. So let me tell you. So they allowed you to do whatever you wanted, and now they want to punish you because they have an agenda against you somehow, and now all of a sudden that's the reason you lost. How was it that maybe it was Tatum, right, not being there, which is a big blow. Nobody's going to poo-poo that or act like it's not. And then the idea that this team has lived and died by the three. I'm sorry. I can't get with it.
Man, absolutely not. You took it nicely on them, to be honest with you. I'm beyond disappointed in Jaylen Brown. First of all, go to Cancun first. 1, 2, 3 Cancun. Go take the break. Go relax. Get your mind off it because you just mentioned.
The only problem is Vrabel and Rossini's on the boat, so there might not be any room. Did you see?
Yeah, and then they might have been taking Spirit, so there might not be no flights right now.
That was something for inside the NBA. Did you see it?
Oh, they put them on the gone fishing joint. Yeah,
they put them on the boat.
Well, that show doesn't shy away from it.
No, but that's so anti-ESPN.
Yeah.
Though. Remember, they're not on TNT.
Well, they told
anymore.
them if we're gonna do it, let us do us.
I was shocked.
Now you know Ernie might have been like, "Come on, y'all. Now come on now." But this is my issue with Jaylen. First of all, you just lost. You got to have some grace. You got to show some love to the Sixers, or you don't have to say anything. You can just go, like I said, 1, 2, 3 Cancun it, relax, get on the floaty in the ocean or in a pool, relax, drink a Mai Tai or something, and stop talking about it because it only makes you look bad. Also, here's what I don't like. What he doesn't take account for is the fact that this team has won a championship before, and they were supposed to have the championship pedigree. The Sixers are the ones that we say they're going to panic, they're going to freak out, and Embiid can't win a Game 7. This is supposed to be the case, right? He's coming off of an injury, and yet it was the Celtics who looked like they'd never been there before. You know what they did when they were down 1 point, Rob? 1 point with 3 minutes left in the game? They shot 7 to 8 more threes. 3 after 3 after 3. You're down a single point. Joe Mazzulla, you know what you can do? It's called adjust. Make an adjustment. Switch things up. Get somebody on the block. Have somebody draw a foul. Have somebody come off a curl like Rip Hamilton used to do and get an elbow shot. And the fact of the matter is they did the same old thing that they did last year. Shoot all these threes in crunch time when it mattered most. No variety, no mixing it up. And they lost. You live by the 3, you die by the 3, and you know what they say. The definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over, expecting different results. And that's what they did. They did the exact same thing over. You can't shoot 129 threes, Rob, in 3 games and only make 36. Dare I also say, when you look at the roster, let's call it out. Let's call it what it is, Rob. Sam Hauser. You go with guys like you're playing Garza. You're playing Shireman. You're playing
none of that. I mean, it doesn't matter.
No, here's where I'm going, though.
Okay,
their roster is built to only do that. And that's the issue I have with the Celtics as a whole.
But it's work for them, and I'm just saying that's who they are.
Right.
And when they're not falling, you're going to
Well, dang
lose.
it, Rob, the luck of the Irish ran out.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that. Mix it up, and I'm glad I saw.
But they're not going to do that. I'm
can't
with
they?
you.
Why can't
I'm with you. That's not what they do.
If you look at what we saw
that's not
over
what they do.
I hear you.
I hear you. What you're
but
saying.
That's 2 years in a row
but
now.
What you're saying makes a logical sense. You're down by 1.
How dare I be logical,
You
Rob?
don't need threes, right? They're not hearing you. This is who we are. This is what we do. If they don't go down, we got to live with it. And they got to live with it. But live with it without the excuses. That's all I'm saying.
And I agree with that. And don't make the excuses of the refs when first of all, Jaylen Brown, you are a very good player, an MVP candidate type season this year for sure.
Played great.
But the idea that they're
great.
just seeking him out is kind of crazy.
Right.
The idea that they're just like singularly going for Jaylen Brown, but not putting any of it on the fact again that they weren't able to adjust, they weren't able to get easier shots, they weren't able to settle the team down. That's the stuff I need you to look. I need you to look at your coach. Are we going to mix it up? Are we going to adjust? That's what makes great coaching. If for them to go this is just what we do. Game 5, this is just what we do. Game 6, this is what we do. Game 7, this is just what we do. I think that's a disservice to your team, and it just serves your fan base. And I understand that's how you got there, but it's all right to adjust. It's all right to go into halftime and mix some things up. You can't be down 1 point and jack up nothing but threes and be like, it was the ref's fault. Are you kidding me right now?
On. I just can't buy it, and it's a shame, to be honest.
I'm glad they're out because I'm glad that style of basketball has lost 2 years in a row for them because I'm sick of it. You saw what the Cavs did? Jared Allen went nuts. He had a double-double, like 14 and 10 in the third quarter, dominant down low. Jaylen Durant finally showed up, 15 and 15 down low. Embiid dominating them inside, outside. I'm glad inside-outside presence showed up to remind people, God forbid you have it. God forbid you bang down low a little bit. God forbid you play tough and get some offensive rebounds and put some buckets back up. My gosh. So I was glad to see the luck of the Irish ran out. As you like to say, NBC you later. Get them C's out of here, Rob. Get them Celtics out of here.
The C's.
Pack them up.
The C's got bees. Got beat. The C's.
I was happy to see that, man. I was just like, what? I was watching the game. Like, what am I watching, Rob? Like, it became comical because you and I talked about it. This has been their Achilles heel for now 2-3 years.
This is what they're going to do. They won a championship that way, and they're just going to keep doing it. It's ridiculous. Did you have a problem with Jaylen Brown's comments last night? Was it the refs or all those missed threes that ended Boston's season? We want to hear from you. 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369 on this Magic City Monday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Especially if you still have faith in Jaylen Brown in the US of A.
Hey, let me ask you something.
What's that?
Once you hit 40 and you're way on your way, I'm just saying, that's right.
Put my business out there.
Did your energy just drop?
That's facts. It did. And it's not like I'm doing anything different. You still work out. I'm still trying to eat healthy, doing all the right things.
Exactly, but taking a look at you, the weight sticks around a little bit more, doesn't it?
Yeah, that wasn't in the script.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, we ad-libbing this. And that's the frustrating part, though. It is sticking around, and I feel like it shouldn't be, Rob.
Right, but that's not a discipline problem. I'm here to tell you.
No, it's not. It's biology.
Your body changes.
But that doesn't mean you have to accept it, though.
That's why we started looking into M Drive. I'm trying to lose a couple LBs, too.
Yeah, I'm trying to get right for the summer. It's built specifically for men
over 40. You
mean
40. NABJ or the summer?
That's the only thing that matters. NABJ in August, 1,000%.
To support steady energy without spikes.
And here's a key to help your metabolism keep up with the work that you're already putting in.
Best of all, no extremes, no shortcuts.
Just something you can take every single day.
And if you're feeling that shift, don't wait.
Go to mdriveformen.com. Use code COUPLE for 20% off your first order.
That's right. That's mdriveformen.com. Code COUPLE.
mDrive for men who still show up.
Hey, Kelvin.
What's that?
Go get mDrive. So the Knicks have this ridiculous playoff win, which nobody saw coming, because actually the Hawks had beaten them a couple close games, 1-point games, and stole a couple of wins from the Knicks and put a little scare in them. We know the Knicks can fold and give up series. We saw it with last year against the Pacers, and the Pacers were good. Don't get me wrong, and so were the Hawks at the end of the year. They played really, really well.
They did.
But now, of course, prisoner of the moment, everybody in New York who's not jumping because they saw a rat in the subway are now proclaiming that the Knicks are the number one team in the East. They're the team to beat. They're going to the NBA Finals. And I just cannot get over how quickly people forget and how quickly the dime changes and people think that a win, which was an anomaly, okay? It just was. It doesn't mean that the Knicks aren't good or they're not in the mix or whatever it is, but this whole overreaction to a game that really is a once in a lifetime. Can we say that? Like, we looked at the score, we were watching it.
They played the Hawks 100 more times. That happened one more time out of 100.
Maybe, exactly. And yet people are dancing in the streets and all that other stuff. And are they the real Knicks? Are they the fake Knicks? Is that just one of those happenstances? I'm going to tell you, I won't believe that the Knicks are going to the NBA Finals after they play the first quarter of the NBA Finals and they're playing in it. Not even like
they officially know they were there.
Yes, like they have to be playing actually, not even like they advanced to it or whatever. They actually have to play the first quarter for me to believe that. I'm not buying into the Knicks as they are without question, the number one team you got to look out for in the East, and they have regained their mojo, and it's all over. I'm not there.
Well, I'm going to tell you why I'm there, and it's less about that game because I agree that was an anomaly. Like, most people expected them to beat the Hawks, maybe 6, maybe 7, and get a nice 10-point win kind of a thing. Nobody expected a 175-point win. That's what it felt like, my goodness. But here's why I'll say the Knicks had won 3 years in a row. They'd won 50 wins. They were on a roll. They got the most clutch player of the year in Jaylen Brunson. And they had actually been the most crunch team this year offensively. They had the best offensive team when it came to crunch time. They had the best offensive team when it came to when it mattered getting buckets throughout the regular season. They were right there knocking on the door last year. Obviously, we know this Pacers went on an incredible Magic run, which I'm not sure they'll duplicate for years to come. And so it became... And you fire your coach, by the way, Tibbs. You bring in Mike Brown. You call him Charlie Brown. Pick a Brown. Mike Brown, Charlie Brown,
I'm still going to call him Charlie Brown because if they don't get to where they need to go,
and you lead me to my point. The expectations for Jaylen Brunson, for Karl-Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, Mike Brown, that team is a championship or bust. The Celtics have in their back pocket, man, we play very good all year long, unexpectedly well, in fact. Jaylen Brown, an MVP candidate. But we just didn't have Jason Tatum. We just didn't have enough time to get right. We just didn't have enough time for him to get fully back to himself. And you'd understand that. The Pistons, number one, wire to wire in the East, but they're early. They're too young. They're not quite there. We knew they had missing pieces. The Knicks are the only team that everybody, that's their team. That's who they are. That's what they're supposed to be, a championship contending team. And so I don't think most people don't believe in the Cavs. And the Sixers have been a relative surprise, right? Because is Embiid going to play? What's his issue? What's his health? You never know with him and Paul George. So to me, the Knicks have been the team in the East where you looked at and you said, this season, the only thing that is considered success is getting to the finals. Sure, you'd like to win it, but at least getting there. Everyone else already has a built-in back pocket excuse, as I like to call it. Again, the Pistons too young, too early. Even you don't expect them to lose in the first round. Do not get it twisted. I'd be upset at that. But if they didn't make it to the finals, you'd go, no one really believed they'd fully get there. Their head, Cade's only going to get better. Celtics again, Jason Tatum, they're hurt. The Knicks are the one team. There was no excuse. Your big pieces are there. Your best players are there. You're healthy. You're whole. You're ready to rock and roll. New coach. What's the issue? So I think they know that, and I think they still go in where they're expected to get to the finals.
Yeah, I just don't buy it all year long, even with all your pieces. People were talking about how soft the team was and Cat doesn't belong. When you going to get rid of Cat and Mike Brown? It was just a month ago. It wasn't that long ago.
It might not even been that long ago.
You know that people were talking about all that because they weren't playing up to stuff.
Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday.
I did pull out.
On the way, Kurt Heelan.
I hit it so good today. Right. It was fun.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Tiger. NBCSports.com, lead NBA writer on the way. And if you miss any of today's show, don't worry. Be sure to catch the podcast. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. Please follow the pod, rate it 5 stars, and provide a review. And again, just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast, and you'll find today's full show and a best-of version right after we get off the show. All right, Jaylen Brown, Celtics, they lose in 7. Rob and I don't agree on much, but we both agree it wasn't just the refs. It was the bad offense, the bad decision-making, and shooting all those daggone threes. And like you said, it's just a bad look complaining the next day. Or later that day, I should say, whatever it was.
Look at this. This is ridiculous.
Who just said it? Was that Judge?
That's ridiculous.
Well, he got to do it in honor of.
God. All rise. All rise.
Here comes the judge.
There you go. How'd you know that? That's his line.
A judgian blast.
That's his line.
Yeah. Well, he being Alex works with you, and we know how you are with Aaron. The Yankees win. There you have it.
All right,
Aaron Judge. Only Aaron Judge can do that. Because
Rob, you need a
Rob
tissue?
G.
I do.
Rob G, you know good and well.
You got a tissue for me?
If I sat up here and did that, like, oh, Carpenter for the Tigers, you would lose. Come on, we're doing the show.
We're
professionals.
Don't do play-by-play.
Look at Aaron Judge. You stop everything. That could have been a heartfelt situation.
No, I'm just saying.
You know what I just really want to say, Rob? Oh, Aaron Judge.
and they like,
no, I'm really going to miss Oh, God.
Yes! Rob, I really got something to say. Alex, you turn the music off. It's going to be hard for me to get off my chest.
Is that Aaron?
No, I'm sorry. This is ridiculous.
Oh, it's
He's
Cody.
incredible. I never seen nothing like it. No, it wasn't back-to-back home runs.
It was just an MLB bruh.
okay,
No big deal.
all right, can we get to Scott?
No, that's what we want to know.
Hey,
Hey, Scott, save the show.
Scott, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Scott?
Man, what a time to be a Sixers fan. I mean, we haven't beat these guys since what? Moby Dick was a guppy.
There you go, Scott, my man, my man.
Nah, but I actually like Jaylen Brown, doing the little twisting. I mean, he brought up some instances where you made mistakes and stuff like that. And, I mean, every player is going to complain about the refs from time to time. So, I mean, I don't really.
Yeah, but after losing, it just sounds like sour grapes. Can you admit that, Scott?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
I'm not saying that you can't complain or whatever, but to do it right after you lose, it just doesn't sound right.
It doesn't give credit, and I'm sure Scott will say he did give credit. I'm sure Jaylen Brown's a very well-thought-out guy. But my point is it takes away from the fact that the Sixers came all the way back from 3-1. And B showed up and played hurt. Normally, he too hurt. He showed up and he played.
Scott, I don't remember him talking about his hair dye getting in guys' eyes on the. I'm just saying.
He did. He said, "Hey, yeah." He said, "Hey, LeBron, don't you got a guy?" He said, "LeBron, don't you got a guy?" Just send him to Turkey.
Who, me?
You know that's where everybody going. They just flying to Turkey.
Is that what it is?
Anytime you see flights to Turkey of a 200-person passenger flight, it's like 190 of them bald head dudes
going to Turkey.
Seriously, look it up.
All right. Hey, Trucker Don in Boston. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Two.
Where are you, Trucker Don?
I'm in Iowa, heading up to Wisconsin, and then down to Texas. What's going on?
Wow. Man, you just put in so many miles.
Yeah, 350,000 miles in the last 2 years, guys.
Unbelievable.
I thought you were talking about the ladies. You know how he is. You talking about truck driving. Okay.
Exactly.
You know how he is.
Holy cow. see, Kelvin comes out, corrupts me, and then you guys yell, you guys. I love it.
I'm like a therapist using it against you.
Well, apparently Don's knocking down the threes. It's just
he's
his
knocking.
team.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Last one's only twins, remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Knocking down the twos. But
you got some tens in there, too.
Guys, I did have to come in and call in because a lot of guys don't know I'm from Boston, so, there's that. And I was impressed with the Celtics season. All season long, they did great. JB was phenomenal.
100%. We talked about it. We gave him credit. Yep.
I know you did. You know I listen every word you guys put out because I'm always driving and I love the company you guys keep me on the road. So,
appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you guys. But I actually predicted this loss, and I hate to say that because I love my Celtics. I got an uncle that used to play on the practice squad against the Celtics back in Boston in the 50s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I bleed Celtics green. I love them to death and was completely proud of their season, except for the way they went out.
No.
You don't take a 3-1 lead and then drop off the face of the earth. They changed up their gameplay. I was really, really surprised. I knew when they lost Porzingis and a couple other pieces last year that they weren't competing this year, and they did anyway. So, we have no complaints. JB, he's a class act. He'll probably come out and straighten out what he said. Were the refs to blame for the loss? Hell no.
No way.
No way, no how. And I just think that the Celtics are going to come out strong. They'll pick up another piece. They need another good big man that can put in a three also. But they lived by the three and they died by the three this year.
They did
and
die.
That's the way they got to live.
No doubt.
That.
Thank you.
Don, man, appreciate you. Safe travels. Appreciate it as always. All right. Yeah, I like realistic. He's a realistic fan.
When Don comes to town, I always feel like there's probably, a warning out for the towns that he's showing up. Hide the women and children. You know what I mean? Like,
so in other words,
Don
you guys would tear the town down.
Yes.
All right. We got to get a break now. We'll get to Steve DeShager now. Kurt Healing.
Has a wife.
Hey, Steve, save us.
Hey there, I'm not sure that's possible at this point. Second round openers in the NBA playoffs
you're
tonight.
9 years late. That's what I'm going to say.
Exactly. What kind of request is that at this point?
Come on, Steve.
Philadelphia and New York coming up in a half an hour in the NBA. Philly won a first-round Game 7 at Boston Saturday. Philly's franchise went down 3-1, was 0-18 in those series. San Antonio hosts Minnesota at about 9:30 Eastern Time. Anthony Edwards of Minnesota due to return. He missed last week with a hyperextended knee. Wolves guard Ayo Dosunmu out again with a calf soreness. The Pistons gave coach J.B. Bickerstaff a contract extension. Detroit just got its first playoff series victory since 2008. Orlando fired coach Jamal Mosley. Never won a playoff series in his 5 years there. The Mavericks' new team president is Masai Ujiri, ex of Toronto. The Bulls' new executive VP, Bryson Graham from the Hawks. 2 NHL playoff second-round games. The Flyers were out to a 2-0 lead in the first 5 minutes. Now lead 2-1 at Carolina mid-first period. By the way, Hurricanes are trailing in a game for the first time in over 600 minutes of game action, dating back almost a full month. Coming up in a couple hours, Vegas hosts a Game 1 of a second-rounder against Anaheim. The Packers signed veteran quarterback Tyrod Taylor. News from baseball, Tigers star pitcher Tarek Skubal will have arthroscopic elbow surgery. He might miss a couple months or more. He'll be a free agent after this year. Skubal has won the last 2 Cy Young Awards in the AL. As for on the field, it's top of the 6th at Detroit. Tigers and Red Sox are scoreless. Boston, by the way, with a record of 13-21. Already 10 games out in the division. The Yankees had the best record in the American League, 23-11. Yankees are hosting a Baltimore team that has lost 4 in a row. Aaron Judge with a 2-run homer in the first. Yanks up 2-0, end of 1. Former Yankees announcer John Sterling died at the age of 87. He broadcast over 5,000 consecutive games through 2019. And among the late contest, it'll be Seattle hosting Atlanta tonight. Cal Raleigh of the Mariners still out with right side tightness. Back to you.
All right, Steve, thank you. Odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. We got Tyrek Play of the Day, Shekel City on the way right now. We are joined by Kurt Healing, NBCSports.com, lead NBA writer, basketball talk on X. Kurt, what's up, man?
What's happening?
Hey, man, I'm doing well. This is a fun time of year. Now we get to we got some good games coming up. So
yeah, we do. We had some good games over the weekend too. A few Game 7s. Which one for you maybe stood out, or one that maybe a team that lost that you're most disappointed? Is it the Celtics? Could it be the Orlando Magic or the Raptors? Got to be the Celtics.
Yeah, it's got to be the Celtics. I'm like disappointed in the Magic is like a year-long thing. That's not new.
Right.
So a multi-year thing maybe. The look, credit to the 76ers who, like, you guys probably said this on air. Lord knows I've said this like all year long since before the season tipped off. We're like, if they ever get everybody healthy, right? Like if it all comes together, like they can click. But nobody believes that's going to happen, and it did at just the wrong time for Boston. But that was still a a disappointing exit. And that seventh game was like the starting lineup. Like it smacked of desperation, didn't it? Like where you're just
I said that today too.
Yeah. It's hey, I need to shake things up a little. I don't have Tatum, which is an issue, but like they've had reliable bench guys. I mean, he went away from Pritchard, or I mean, I don't know, maybe he didn't want to start Pritchard, but like Pritchard has been amazing for them all year, and started too many games to be sixth man of the year again. And Cade, for all his flaws, is a solid NBA big man. And like to go to Garza, who's Garza's a reserve for a reason. He's really improved his game over the years. I don't want to like knock him too much, but like that's not the spot for him, especially having to defend Embiid. Like the whole thing was a mess. It put him behind, and they never were able to catch up.
But it was a closer 1-point game with 3 minutes to go. Kurt, it's just the same old with the Celtics. They're in love with the three. They won the championship with the three. Last year, they missed 75 out of 100 to the Knicks. They were leading in every single game, and they blew it. And when you play like that and you don't make it, this is what happens. I mean, they could have won that game. They didn't have to go for threes at the end. What were they doing? It's called coaching. The threes aren't going down. Kurt, why don't you go and set up a play in the paint or a mid-range jumper or try to draw a foul? Like what is wrong with that?
That's a really good question, and I think, by the way, that's something that missing Tatum hurt with. Like he is one guy who could get in and just do that.
Right.
But I think it's something that Missoula and Boston need to step back and address. Because, like you said, this is a couple years now where you're like, hey, by the way, great regular season system most of the time.
Yes.
But now it's let you down in the playoffs because there's too much variance. There's too much risk that you have one of these games. And Philadelphia, less in Game 7, but frankly in 5 and 6, did a really good job of just chasing them off the line, contesting things, not giving them the easy looks. When you get into the playoffs against good teams, you got to have more than the fastball, guys. Like, what's your off speed?
Right.
What's your curveball? Right? Like, you've got to be able to get buckets multiple ways, and they both didn't, and then they were 0 for 9 in the last 3 minutes of that game, or basically last 3 minutes of that game from three. And it's just, you can't win that way.
You can't shoot 9 threes.
You just
in 3
can't.
minutes. Not like you're down 15.
You weren't down 15. You were down 1 with 3 minutes to
That's
go.
just crazy.
Come on now. Let's go to the Cavs. I want to go there. They get a Game 7. And, where are they? Where do they fit in to you? Because that was big. I'm sure there were a lot of people thinking, oh, they're going to choke it down in Toronto, not win. But they got the job done.
They did, but with all due respect, against a team they should have beaten a lot quicker talent-wise, right? Like, so I enjoy a good Jared Allen game. He was fantastic.
He was.
In that
It's good
game.
to see that.
He was.
Yeah. And I just always liked him. I like watching him play, but this is once again a team that, frankly, they advance, and they might even advance past the next round against Detroit, who's got its flaws too. But they still don't feel like a team anywhere close to living up to their talent. And by the way, I don't think they or Detroit are playing anywhere near the level of New York or Philadelphia right now.
Well, let's go to the Pistons and their series. And a lot of people, obviously they came back from 3-1. Probably a lot of people say they shouldn't have been down 3-1, being the number 1 seed. And we did see flaws. What do you take away from that series? Wagner didn't play the last 3 games, and they had the fortunate situation where they miss 27 shots in a row. Or 20.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
1 of 27 or 23, whatever it was.
Whatever it was. But you know what I'm saying. Where are you on the Pistons in that series?
Again, I think that this is a real learning curve for them. They intentionally, they had more than enough chances this is kind of like Houston, more than enough chances to go out and, hey, we could use a secondary shot creator. We need more shooting. We need this. And they didn't.
And they didn't do it.
And then you get into the playoffs, and you're like, wow, we really could have used a secondary shot creator. We could have used whatever, So, shockingly, it didn't work out, but I think that it really kind of exposed what we all understood were the flaws with them. And it's something that they really have to address this offseason. You know, they can do this, especially since they won a round. They can get away with what Oklahoma City did a few years ago, where like they didn't go get a big man or anybody at the deadline because they wanted to see what their guys could do. Then they realized what would happen, and they went out and got Hartenstein that summer. They went out and got Caruso, and they bolstered it. Theoretically, Detroit's in that kind of place. It's not going to necessarily be as easy, but they need more. They have to go find those guys. They need to find, frankly, what they could really use is a shot-creating, spacing four who can, play a little defense, but like they can't get Lauri Markkanen anymore out of Utah. But like that kind of guy would be great for them.
Yeah, a Nas Reed type guy.
Hey, yeah, exactly. Somebody out there like that.
Kurt Heelan on with the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin. One more for me real quick. I want to go to the Western Conference. Really hadn't hit that one. We got today coming up in a little bit. Spurs favored big, 10.5 over the Timberwolves, but Anthony Edwards expected to play. We don't know exactly how much, if he'll start, if he'll play a lot. But what do you expect from that series where a Timberwolves team is feisty that says, hey, don't count us out?
Yeah, this team showed a lot of grit in that last series too, right? Doing it without Edwards, without DiVincenzo. This is a team that, like you said, they've been to the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row.
Yep.
They've got real depth, and they're one of the teams that can be physical. And the reason they give Denver so much trouble, they can match that physicality. They can do that again with San Antonio. They can put Gobert's not going to cover, he's not going to cover Wemby straight up, or not a lot anyway. You're going to see other guys get their shot on him and at different points. But they've just got to be physical with him all game long. Just lean on him, try to wear him down a little and see if that helps. I think the problem they run into is that, especially without DiVincenzo, and what they're going to get from Edwards, I'm just worried that they don't have enough shooting to really. I'm not sure they're going to be able to score enough to hang with them, especially with the depth San Antonio has. But Edwards being back makes that a series to me. Like if this goes 7, I'm not shocked.
Yeah, I think they have a fight and some grit that I think people are going to be, surprised, or at least it'll show up. Hey, we got to do it here. We got to end it here. Appreciate you, Kurt. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, anytime, guys. Take care.
Hey, Kurt, NBC you later.
Kurt.
Thank you, Kurt.
Come on,
Thank
Kurt.
you.
You weren't supposed to laugh that hard. Okay. All right, good stuff. Thank you, Kurt. On the way, Tie Rack Play of the Day, plus Shekel City. We'll see what Rob's got cooked up for us. It's the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday, Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah, LeBron did a 8-city year-long interview with Dave McMenamin of ESPN.
Oh, what a shocker.
Yeah, talking about
I know, right?
I literally sent myself like a page of notes from this interview of stuff that we could get to today. But the highlight is Dave asking him about the comparisons between him and Michael, and I'll read these to you here.
Mm-hmm.
Dave asks, in your most honest, laid-bare basketball opinion, what did Michael do better than you, and what do you do better than him? To which LeBron says, oh my God, don't get me started on that. Not asking who's greater, just the aspects of your games. LeBron says, there are a lot of things that MJ did better than I do, and I think there are some things that I do better than him. That's just how the game goes. There's a lot of things that I can say in particular. You already know how this conversation is going to be misinterpreted by people, man. He goes on and goes, I think I'm 101. I think the way I play the game, I'm a 101 player, and MJ as well, an unbelievable basketball player. Dave asks him, has it been a burden as an adult, the ambition, because now everybody brings it up, you can't escape the comparison, to which LeBron says, no, I think it's a very tiring conversation. It's barbershop talk.
All right. Kelvin, is this on?
It's on.
What's today's date? What is today?
April 27th?
April 29th.
Well, I'm behind the days.
It's April 29th, and LeBron James has officially conceded in the GOAT conversation.
Okay.
He can no longer, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. If you can't cut the mustard, don't eat the Frank. That's where we are with LeBron James.
Okay.
Because now he's trying to poo-poo the whole idea of a GOAT conversation. Oh, that's barbershop. You can't really win, and we're both great, and whenever there's a conversation, people basically dump on me. It was in the barbershop that you do that ill-fated television show, The Shop, where you sat there and you told everybody in NBA America that after you came back from a 3-1 deficit against the Warriors that you knew you were the GOAT then. Now you're saying there's no real way or path or conversation to being the GOAT. You say that because you know deep down in your heart, no matter how long you play, no matter how many stats you compile, no matter how many of your kids play in the league, people will never look at you as being the greatest of all time. And not just writers and broadcasters. Your own peers and players who you've played with, players from the past who have watched, who all say, if I'm picking a guy who's the greatest, it's going to be Michael Jordan. Yes. You even have your fans in the barbershop who are touting your stats, telling you how great you were and that you were the GOAT, wearing Jordans while they're doing it. They're not wearing your hard sneakers that nobody can play ball in or walk around in. Finally, you came clean, LeBron James, and I'm thankful. You realize that despite you self-proclaiming yourself the GOAT, that it's not going to work out for you. Having your son in the league, playing with him, going to all these NBA finals, but being the finals failure of all time, losing more finals than any other regular season MVP in the history of the NBA, and all these numbers that you compiled up, they don't make you the GOAT. Longevity and compiling stats don't make you the GOAT. And he finally, Kelvin, he's come clean and realizes that he's not the GOAT, he can't become the GOAT, and he never was the GOAT.
Where do you have him ranked?
Second.
All right. That's all I wanted to hear.
I'm not some crazy.
No. The only reason why I say that is because I think that's the context to where I feel a little differently than you. I think LeBron realized quite a bit ago he wasn't the GOAT, and I think
when was he in the barbershop?
Yep. And I'm gonna tell you why. I don't believe quite a bit of what he says because I think LeBron is fighting against LeBron. I think LeBron knows he wasn't going to be able to go. He might internally feel it, meaning like, hey, I just feel like they're the best. Like Kobe might have felt like he was the best. Like Jordan might feel like they're the best internally. But I think LeBron knew for the collective, he was not going to be that after he lost to the Mavericks because he had that thing where everyone could say, you let J.J. Barrera stop you. You let the Maverick team stop you. You didn't. You got the whole super team and you failed. And, of course, Jordan was 6-0. So I think he knew for a fact, which is why I've always believed he tried to blaze his own trail. Start to do things differently. All right, now I got the scoring title. I play with my son. I switch conferences. I got a title at the Cavs. I got a title with the Heat, couple, and I got a title with the Lakers. I've gone from conference to conference. I've gone from team to team. And so I think LeBron, to me, where he started to try to build a new case was in the other things. Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. Oh! Shout out to Kurt Heelan. Just joined us moments ago. Rob G. We'll get that up on the pod here at some point. Still a whole lot left in the show. That's right. Got to get to the Pistons Magic. We got to get you ready for the matchups happening today, the games that are happening today. We got Gary Washburn going to join us. Last hour, we'll talk about the what happened in Boston with the Celtics and the 76ers matchup. So a lot to get to on this Magic City Monday. Right now, it's time for your tie rack play of the day.
Tyson left of the lane, hits the brakes, and now he'll float. No. Allen with the follow, popped it home. Jared Allen went right to the rim and knocked it back in. He's got a double-double.
He was balling out of control, man. Cavs Radio there had a double-double in the third quarter alone. Cavs Radio on your Tire Rack Play of the Day, which was brought to you by Tire Rack. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive, ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. All right, let's get to Shackle City.
Welcome to Shackle City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
I do.
Not good. A bad night all around on Friday.
All right. I know you had the Rockets keeping it close with the Lakers.
0-3. 122 and 94 total.
That's what the Celtics, what they shot. 92
Thanks,
out of
DC.
100.
Yeah,
something.
I know, something like
Three.
that. All right, thank you, DC. All right, but tonight I got the Timberwolves plus 13.5. I got the Spurs winning. I'm taking the 13.5.
That's not a bad one. I'm over you on that.
76ers plus 7.5 at the Knicks.
Dang, they got them.
I know all these games are like not close.
What?
And then I got in baseball. I'm taking the Dodgers plus 1.5. They're in Houston. They've been struggling.
Yeah,
Dodgers
they
are
lost 4 straight too yesterday.
Yeah, I told yesterday. So again, Dodgers minus 1.5 runs. I got
wait, plus or minus?
No, minus 1.5.
Okay.
Yeah, minus 1.5 runs. And then I got the 76ers plus 7.5, and I got the Timberwolves plus 13.5.
Timberwolves is
and remember, I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
I think the Timberwolves, I think that one, I think that's like Kurt said, I think that's going to be a bigger fight than people think. I think the Spurs win it, but the idea, now again, they might have made that spread not knowing Anthony Edwards is going to play, that obviously changes things.
No, but that was just now. They could have easily dropped it.
They could have dropped it. But I think that one, there's going to be more of a fight there, in my opinion.
Those are big spreads for playoffs.
Yeah, and I just think the Spurs, they're still young. They got a really good team, but Minnesota's actually the one that's been there. They've been to Western Conference Finals.
But they've lost.
No, but I'm just saying they got like they're
you don't know what you're going to get from Ant.
That's obviously the key part. Like if he's 75%, all right, we got a chance. If he's less than that, then you can forget about it.
And especially game one, until they get a view of him, you really don't know. So I don't think they wanted to. They wanted to scare people away. That's what I mean. They try to get people to entice them. If you make it like Spurs by 8, people going to pound Spurs minus 8.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
No, you're right.
You're trying to get people to put money on the other way
Wolves.
so that you can, on the Wolves.
Yep.
I mean, that's why the spread is like.
Or as Monty would say, Wolves. How'd she say it?
Why can't Monty say Wolves? The Wolves.
Well, you say Vrabel.
I can't. Vrabel. I just said it.
Why do you, just because it's a V than an R, you don't have to go Vrabel.
Vrabel.
Do you know my favorite month, Kelvin? It's not January, not February, not March.
What is
It's
it?
Vrabel.
Vrabel.
It's Mike Vrabel. I can't say it.
That's the funniest thing. You can't say that.
I just can't get it out.
All right, we're in a movie.
Monty says Wolves.
What if we're in a movie and and they say, you got to say it or your life.
Mike Grable.
Now you don't call him Grable.
Grable.
Betty Grable. Do you remember her?
I'm crying, yo. Knicks, Sixers. This is
Mike
a good one for the
Grable.
league. Yeah, that's what she was calling him.
All right.
Who you got? Knicks, Sixers. What do you think about this series?
I'm taking the Sixers in an upset.
Ooh, whoa.
Just taking the Sixers in an upset.
How dare you take my pick?
Is that your pick?
Yeah, I just think, dude, I think you're getting
You
the
just
best.
don't want them to lose because they want them to
No. I'm going to tell you why. VJ Eshkom has shown that he is not an average rookie. Embiid is if he's healthy, even if it's just 6 of the 7 games, 5.5.
I think it would.
It'll be a good
the
series,
Knicks
without
should
a
beat
doubt.
them, but
No, I think, and then Paul George not having to be the guy. I get to be the 3rd, 4th best player.
and any
That's
team
a
with
scary
Paul
3rd,
George,
4th best
I'm
player.
gonna tell you, you can't always count on those teams either. You know what I mean? Like that's the problem with it.
But he's 3rd, 4th best player.
I feel like that. Yeah, but still.
You know what I mean? Like nobody's asking him tonight. You got to be. That's Maxey. That's Embiid. Listen, them healthy is a tough team for sure. But the Knicks are feeling good coming out. But I mean, the problem is that Hawk game when you won by 195 points, you don't know what to make of that. And you've had days off, so I can imagine them being a little like weird, a little rusty. Like, man, was that game didn't even have to play the second half. Didn't even have to play from the 3rd quarter on. But hopefully this will be a good series. You see all Joel Embiid, Sixer fans, please don't trade. Don't sell your tickets. I will give you the money for it. That's bad when you got to just ask your fan, please come to the games. Because New York, and they took over the Sixers. So it should be a good one. That's coming up here shortly on a Magic City Monday.
Vrabel.
We are Buckmore.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong.
You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice.
And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King.
The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun.
I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
few minutes away from the NBA playoff second round opening in New York. The Knicks host Philadelphia. Later, it's Minnesota at San Antonio tonight. Minnesota star Anthony Edwards due to return from injury. He missed last week with a hyperextended knee. Orlando fired head coach Jamal Mosley. The Pistons gave coach J.B. Bickerstaff a contract extension. In the NHL playoffs, Philadelphia had been shut out at Carolina in the opener of their second round series over the weekend. Philly led 2-0 in the first 5 minutes tonight. Now it's 2-1 over the Hurricanes at the end of one. The Packers signed veteran quarterback Tyrod Taylor. In baseball, the Mets have won 4-2 at Colorado, 5 straight losses for the Rockies. Red Sox are winning 3-2 at Detroit, top of the 7th. Tigers star pitcher Tarek Skubal will have arthroscopic elbow surgery. He might miss a couple of months or more. Yankees lead 2-0 over the Orioles, bottom of the 3rd. Aaron Judge, a 2-run homer, his 14th. I'm Steve DeSager.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 on a Magic City Monday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington here on Fox Sports Radio. And you hit 40, energy drops, weight sticks, yeah. We're doing the same work. That's not discipline. That's biology. Doesn't mean you have to accept it, though. Go to mdriveformen.com. mDrive for men who show up. Also, don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. You can just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. That and much more. We're going to have a nice tribute to John Sterling.
Oh, yeah.
Who passed away, Yankee announcer. At one point, he did 5,060 consecutive games.
No, it's just ridiculous.
Which is crazy. And I never heard him sound bad. Like he always sound the same. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh! Back here's great.
Do it one more time.
Great.
Alex.
That is great.
Like the way he does it, like the ball's
back
coming.
here.
Right, here we go.
Ow! Oh, that is great. Have you ever been almost hit or hit at a game?
Classic. I was hit during BP before a game.
Oh, yeah. You
remember that?
Yeah,
in the dugout on the visitor side at Dodger Stadium. In the press box, a couple near misses.
Yeah,
I've seen guys get their laptops broken. Like, you know, they have your laptop.
Come flying through.
And that ball comes in, you know, when you foul it off and it comes back really, really hard.
Yeah. We took my daughters to a game. We're up, you know, in our seats, and it pops up, and it's like, oh. And I kind of go, wouldn't that be funny if it hits us? And we just start looking, and I'm like, wait a minute.
It's coming.
And it hit the thing right under it. Wow. Pow, hits it live. Oh, like it. If I would have reached over 6 more inches, I could have caught it.
Wow. Yeah,
so
you gotta be.
It's amazing how far those things travel. And to your point, the velocity, even up. If you're up,
it doesn't look like it's that hard. But when they hit that ball and as hard as they're throwing it, and it comes back with that spin, it is amazing.
They did an HBO Real Sports on it. Remember how MLB would not put the netting up for years? So they did it. What is it like to have a foul ball coming at you? And I forgot But
the thing that I've always been impressed by, and then we'll get to the Pistons and the Magic, there was never any doubt about the netting behind home plate because there's not enough time. Like that ball straight back at you compared to off to the sides where you have a chance to move. And a young girl got hurt really badly, and that's what made them.
Well, the old lady died. The bat.
Right?
It wasn't the ball. It was the bat. The bat.
No, there was
a
woman who got hurt.
Yeah.
A little girl got hit.
That was bad.
And
too.
that was
messed the player up.
Yeah, and that was when they decided with the netting. I don't like to sit behind the netting, to be honest. I would rather see a clear view, but I understand it. But the one behind home plate, I don't think there's ever been any time where there wasn't netting behind home plate. You know what I mean? Like because it just can't. It's too dangerous.
Fast, and it just required you to pay attention too much. And people don't do that. They're drinking, they're drunk, they're having fun, they're talking, they're high five, ball hit you. All right, we'll switch.
All right, Rob G. The Pistons came back 3-1 deficit against the Orlando Magic, and they're moving on.
Yes, they did, and a big reason why they were able to come back from 3-1, just like they did in 2003. Is because of one Cade Cunningham, the official MVP of the Odd Couple radio program.
Oh, really? Was he playing in 2003? I forgot that because I was covering that team.
Cade Cunningham went bananas in Game 7, 32 and 12, became just the seventh player in NBA history with at least 30 and 10 in a Game 7. But that's not it. Across the final 3 games of that series, when they went down 3-1, Cade Cunningham took his game to another stratosphere. He averaged 36, 5, and 7 on 52% shooting, 61% from 3, while playing tremendous defense in that series. And he is the reason why the Detroit Pistons are moving on to round 2.
They are. He is, and they are moving on. And it was an incredible series specifically for him because this is one of the conversations we've had. We've had it a few times since I've been on the show, just kind of the basis of who's going to be the next face? We got, obviously, Wemby's going to be the face. We've had conversations. Obviously, Joker, you could argue, has been the best player for a few seasons as well. And so the conversation's been, who's that next star? Who's that next specifically American star? And I think this series was a great one, kind of a coming-out party for everybody to see Cade Cunningham. He played well against the Knicks last year, but he had to get his sea legs under him, turning the ball over at times, looked a little discombobulated because it's the first go at it, going up especially against a rugged Knicks team last year, and a guy like Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, and so on and so forth. And this was a great series for him. Specifically, to me, I looked at it as the league as a whole, saying you got some nice guys that you can say, hey, these guys are the future, right? You got Tyrese Maxey, who we're getting ready to see coming up against the Knicks as well. We already know about Ant Edwards. You already know about some of the young guys. You got younger guys, Cooper Flagg, and we'll see some other guys if LaMelo Ball ever stays healthy and can play. I love what Cade was able to do and kind of put the league on notice that, hey, I'm here to stay. And you can kind of bank on me to be that guy, not only in the Eastern Conference, but a guy that the league can say, man, he is one of our stars. He's one of our futures. Rob G just touched on it. Some guys aren't able to do multitude of things. He can score. He can obviously set his guys up too much. Obviously, they depend on him too much. And I also love that he plays defense and he cares about defense and he cares about showing up in hard work and effort too, because you know that ultimately matters. He wants to play. He wants to be there. He wants to compete, and he's got a tough nature about him. And I just love everything he brought to this organization. He's been through, they won 17 games his first year. He was in and out of injury. They didn't win a bunch of games, and now they get to last year. They make the playoffs, look good last year, look great, number 1 seed this year, and then obviously struggled in the playoffs initially against the Magic and able to pull it out. But I just think it was great for the Pistons to find their guy. It's great for the league to have another young guy as you start to see the exit of your LeBrons, of your Kevin Durants, of your Steph in a few years, James Harden in another couple years, Westbrook, all those guys who the old brigade starting to phase out, and you want to have some of those stars, and specifically, again, American stars too. Cade Cunningham, to me, can be the face of this league when it comes to American basketball players. He's absolutely built for it. He has all the intangibles that you would need. To me, he's got the look. He's got the swag. He's got the game, mid-range, outside, dunk on you, play defense. I came away very impressed with this young man. The poise of him, 24 points down, Game 6, didn't flutter, didn't get scared, manned up, took that team to win that game, ultimately winning big in Game 7. So I just walked away, obviously already very familiar with his game, very familiar with who he was, but walked away impressed. And again, I thought the league as a whole, he and Paolo Banchero, we were on the air when that game happened, both get 45 points. The league wants that. You want your stars, these young stars, to start to show up, start to shine, have big playoff moments, because we know the regular season is where you make your name. The postseason is where you make your fame. And Cade Cunningham just did that, and I was very, very impressed, and it was great to see from him personally and also the team come back, but he was spectacular.
I totally think it's way premature. In fact, during this very series, he had 24 turnovers in 3 games, which set a record. So he didn't play great the entire series, and his team was down 3-1 to a very inconsistent team that all year was underperforming. So the idea that they came back and won is fine. I get it. They won. I'm not taking anything away from them. Wagner didn't play. They also needed them to go 0 for 27 from the field to even have a chance. They were down 22 points in the first half in a very important game, and they needed a fluke, an anomaly to even help them get to that situation. And it happened. The Magic deserved to lose. The Magic deserved to get their coach fired, all of that stuff. But I didn't leave with that. I still think Ant Edwards, who hasn't reached that place that people want him to reach, I know he's got another chance. He's been to the Western Conference Finals a couple times. I think he's ahead of Cade Cunningham. I don't believe that Cade Cunningham is the next American face of basketball. I think it's Ant Edwards when he can get in his situation. And we'll see what he does in this series or what the Pistons do. It's still a flawed team. And if they lose or he struggles or whatever, people will look at it and say, okay, it's another step. And he took another step this year. But to put him to the head of the class like he's going to be the face of the NBA from the American side, I just don't see him in that light. Not yet. They were very fortunate. And you wouldn't be singing that tune. Say they lost in Game 7. You would look at that. There's no way you would even come close to having the conversation you just had. And that's how close they came to losing this series. And that's my point, is that it wasn't a dominating where he came out, and you always talk about this. Oh, well, they really didn't play. They really didn't play that well. I know they won, but it wasn't like that impressive. You can't leave that series and feel that impressed by Detroit. I thought I saw more flaws than I thought. I was shocked at the Magic even going up 3-1. They won 2 close games against Cade and that team, and then the Magic in Game 5 were up by 22 or whatever it was. I looked at that and I was like, wow. I was stunned by it, and only even more stunned when they missed all those shots in a row. Was it 24 straight?
I think it was 23 straight and one of 27.
In the fourth quarter, they were 1 for 20. 1 for 20. I mean, that's unheard of in pro basketball that a team could do that. And that's what fueled the Pistons.
Here's my rebuttal to that. Number one, anybody who becomes a star in the league, it's never easy. Part of what makes you great is the fact that you overcome things. Part of the fact that for him, again, coming in, only winning 17 games, going through the blues of the NBA. Also, when you're down, you shouldn't be down. I'll give you that. I think the Magic are better.
People picked them in 5 games.
Right. And we all agree the Magic are better than that. I said the Pistons would win in 6.
But Wagner being hurt the last 3 games, that also helped Cade.
No, don't disagree.
That's all I'm saying. And they still won the games, but let's not act like the Magic had their full squad. Okay. They didn't have a historic drought of shooting in a game
but
that was huge.
This is where we disagree. You're not giving any credit to why the Orlando Magic, the last handful of games, didn't look great offensively.
No.
It's because of that Pistons defense. That's what they did all season long.
That's not why they missed 27 straight.
That is what they did all season long.
I'm talking about 27 straight.
The Pistons were one of the better defensive teams. They led the league, and I believe it was steals. They led the league in right there in fast break points coming off of defense.
That's an anomaly.
And so when you put yourself
defense. They had looks.
So the Pistons don't play good defense.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying that's an anomaly. You will never get that. If you're banking on that.
I hear you, but I just saw the Hawks look one of the worst games ever. My point is, teams play bad.
That's an anomaly. That's what I'm
Teams play
saying.
great defense, and they did it again.
And they
just did it again in Game 7. Okay, the anomaly me that. Then anomaly me what happened in Game 7.
No, I'm talking about the game. 1 for 20 in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Give me another game in NBA history in the playoffs where a team got 1 for 20. That's all.
But what I'm
just saying that's all. Game is an anomaly. I'm not giving them defensive credit.
You don't have to. They took it. They did it themselves. And when it mattered most, they were able to get stops time and time again.
You talk about like they were the number 1 seed.
Yes.
Everybody had them. Oh, they'll just run through the Magic. 5-game series. I heard all of it, and that's not what happened. They got down 3-1.
They came back and won. And you're right.
Game. They didn't play well. Cade turned the ball over like crazy.
And then what did he do the last 3 games?
He set a record. I mean,
36,
he still
5,
has the
and
record
7.
of 24 turnovers in 3 games, which had never happened.
And you know what else he had? 36, 5, and 7.
Is that a record?
In those last 3 games.
Is that a record?
Actually, there is a record.
What's the record?
I'm glad you asked.
What's the record?
He became only the 6th player in NBA history to register a total of 225 points.
That's not a record.
And 50 assists in a single NBA playoff series.
Six is not
Giannis,
a record.
Luka, LeBron,
Six
Jerry
is
West,
not a
and
record.
Oscar Robertson.
I asked you, was it a record? A record is he had 24 turnovers in a 3-game stretch. Nobody in the history of the NBA has ever had 24 turnovers in 3 playoff games.
And they won.
That's a record.
Rob,
I asked you about the record. I asked you about the record.
I'm going to give you the record.
No, you gave me some. He's a sixth player.
Record. Is it a short menu or is it not?
No, I'm asking you about the record.
Is it wins or losses now?
No.
Because I don't know. It's a short menu when you want it to be, but you don't want it to be a short menu.
It is what it is.
Did they win 3 straight?
I told you they won the series, but I'm not going to sit here
and
have you
he was spectacular.
Have you crown Cade like he had a coming out and he's the best American.
Have a coming out
he's
party.
Not the best American player. I'm not buying into it.
You don't have to.
I'm not. This is like the typical, just like all of the Lions are great. All of the Pistons are great. Everybody from Detroit ain't great.
Was he not an MVP candidate all year long?
No, he wasn't. Was he going to win the MVP?
I said an MVP candidate.
Is he going to win the MVP?
He may.
Is he?
He may.
Is he going to win the MVP? Yes or no?
In his career?
No. Is he this year?
No, that's the point. He's a candidate. In his career, he'll probably get one.
Okay.
He was absolutely the best player in that series.
99
and he balled out. I don't even see how that's debatable.
8-7. I'm just talking about the best American player to face of the NBA. I'm not buying that. I think Ant Edwards is in line ahead of him.
I'm not mad at you saying it.
That's all.
Ant Edwards is right there.
877
absolutely has a case.
877-99 on Fox. What was the biggest reason the Pistons are moving on? Cade Cunningham's hot play or the Magic's meltdown? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Especially if you're having some college trouble in the US of A.
All right. So the Nuggets got knocked out last night.
They did. The Nuggets got knocked out. And that's the crazy part about it. It's one thing to lose if I told you Anthony Edwards, DiVincenzo was there, DiMantu was there. They didn't have their best player by far. They're probably one of the best role players in DiVincenzo. And then all of a sudden some found offense a few weeks ago. And he's out. So you kind of look at this and say, what a break this was supposed to be for arguably the best player in the league.
Still got to play.
And you still got to play. And what I loved about this game was that Jaden McDaniels said what he said, and he walked it like he talked it to the tune of 32-10. He played so well throughout this whole series, and he never backed down. And you saw Joker and him get into it, and Joker get into it, another guy last night. And it was amazing to see this team lose Anthony Edwards. You would think the soul would be sucked out of them. And then also DiVincenzo goes down, torn Achilles, and you say, oh, man, at least we fought. At least we showed up. At least we tried. They said ain't no participation trophies. There's no blue ribbons. And they fought, and they were able to pull this thing down. Not even in a Game 7, Rob. And I'm going to just say it. I'm highly disappointed in what I saw from the Nuggets, and more specifically from Jokic, let alone Jamal Murray, but Joker. Because typically great players play better in the playoffs. If you look at their career averages, and we're talking about the greats, they go up. This is why we're disappointed oftentimes in a guy like a James Harden. Because you say, man, look at those numbers. Look how great you are. Why do you play at a lower level when it's postseason? And Joker typically has been right around or even a little bit better. But when he plays the Timberwolves, there's Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid, Julius Randle, McDaniels. They have the capacity to throw so many different guys at him, so many different looks, and it disrupts him. And he performed poorly, shot 40% and I think 4 of the games. I told you he is 2 for 14 or a stretch of those games in the fourth quarter. And this was the number 1 offense in the league. And they were able to rattle him. And I was just walked away from that saying there's absolutely no way that the best player in the league, 3-time MVP, could have had more, is going to find a way to lose to a team that doesn't have their best player in Anthony Edwards and one of their better players in DiVincenzo and one of their great finds in A.O. Demonsu. And I could not express to you how I walked away from that game so confused, so disappointed in Joker, because when you're at that level he's at, the expectation is that's light work now. Would have been a battle with Anthony Edwards. You'd be okay with that. Even if they lost, you say, hey, it's a good team. Without him, there's no way you're supposed to lose that, and let alone you don't get to a Game 7. So I walked away very disappointed in him, and it's something that they're going to have to address because now, to me, Aaron Gordon is hurt. He's starting to become hurt often. Jamal Murray comes up short at times, unless it's the Lakers. And I think this iteration of the Nuggets had their run, had their chance. The current NBA, Rob, does not allow for teams to win championships. If you go post-KD, you got the Warriors 1-1, Milwaukee 1-1, Nuggets 1-1, Boston 1-1, Thunder 1-1. Will it be 2? And it just seems like now they're going to have to retool because the Jamal Murray and Joker, they had a good run. They made it to the finals. They won Western Conference Finals before. But I haven't gotten enough out of them for me to say keep them. At least with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they stayed in the Eastern Conference Finals. They had went to a finals.
They still won the same amount. I mean, I hear your point.
But I'm saying where I see our where we've gotten. I don't see that with the Nuggets. I don't see them perennially in the finals or Western Conference Finals. And they had a good run, and that's okay. And
but they also won a championship, right, without another all-star player, which was incredible when you think about it. I mean, they got there. Obviously, if you're a Nuggets fan, you got to be madly disappointed. I mean, just awful in that situation. I agree with you.
You can't lose that. You can lose to a fully staffed
because of what
team.
The other team, right, doesn't have. So you're disappointed in that. Last year, you felt pretty good because, you took the Thunder 7 games, right? You lost in 7 games, and you felt like the team, I thought, got better. And I get it, injuries and all that. The Joker didn't play up to his standards, no doubt about it. And it's going to happen. They have to upgrade the roster. They have to add, to me, you need to try to get him another kind of quote-unquote star player. I really believe that. Jamal Murray is very good, but there's more misses than hits when it comes to Jamal Murray. And a lot of nights, he just doesn't play well. And it can't be just on one guy. Even Shaq and Kobe, do you know what I mean? You got to have another guy. I need baby oil.
Hey, it's Tiger.
Let that man be. All right, couple.
Kelvin needs baby oil watching Cade.
Rob, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, good gracious.
I'm a
it's
woman.
The Odd Couple. Rob, Kelvin on a Magic City Monday. Still a lot left in the show on this Magic City Monday. It's time to get your financial portfolio game ready. With Webull, get powerful investing tools, real-time data, all in one platform. Get started by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com. Webull Financial LLC, member SIPC, FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Webull, Webull.com/disclosures.
All right, let's get to it. That's no doubt about it. Stan in Grand Rapids. You're on
Stan,
the
the
Odd
man.
Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Stan?
G-Rap.
What's up, fellas? Great show. Great topic.
Thank you, my man.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let me preface this by saying I'm a longtime Bulls fan. Have been since early 80s. Orlando is a team that is built for the playoffs. They're not a typical 8 seed.
Mm-hmm.
They missed Franz. They missed his offense down the stretch.
I agree.
He's their best attacker and finisher at the rim, off the dribble. Most cases, Paolo can do it, but I think that's what they missed in Franz. But with all that, Kelvin, Cade was outstanding down the stretch in that 7th game in the second half. He realized during the last 3 games of the series, he really stepped it up because Durant wasn't there. And
I don't know where he was.
And he hit his stride, and, man, when he hit it, you could see it in his eyes. He was not – I mean, there were hiccups in those last 3 games, but he was not going to let that team lose. And in the second half of Game 7, I've seen few performances like that in an NBA playoff game, any game. He just put the team on his shoulders. Tobias was great, too.
He was.
They
Absolutely.
needed every bit of him. But, man, Cade was
Look at you,
All
man.
right.
Ron G, put him on the list.
Thanks, Stan.
Basketball
Appreciate
people I like to talk to. Put him on the list.
Yeah, another homer. Anthony in Spokane. You're
He's
on the
a
Odd
Bulls
Couple,
fan.
Fox
Told you he's
Sports
a
Radio.
Bulls
He's
fan.
in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
How you going to tell him what he's
Another
a fan
homer. They're
of?
all homers. All right, go ahead.
Bulls fan since the
Anthony
80s.
in Spokane. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Hey, I wish we could be mad about a team here in Washington. Maybe someday soon.
Yes.
Love the show.
Thank you, buddy. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you, brother.
So it's got to be, you got to give Orlando all the hate right now. Missing 23 straight shots.
Outrageous.
It's historic. I mean, you can have your cake and eat it too. You can give Detroit their props.
I said
as well,
that. They
but
won. They won the series. I'm not taking it away from them, but let's not act like a historic offensive drought didn't happen after a team was up by 22 in the first half. It was ridiculous.
But y'all keep hanging on one game.
Yeah, that was the game.
5, 6, and 7.
No, that was the game. They were up by 22. The series is over if they win that game. What do you mean? One game.
I'm saying, though. It
Go
was
ahead.
historic, so you gotta. It's a big stat.
Yes.
You gotta keep that in mind.
Yo,
No doubt.
I would
Thank you,
totally,
Anthony.
if this was
Appreciate
3-3,
it.
I'd give, and it was like Game 7, okay, I hear you. But y'all acting like they didn't have 3-1. You got 3 chances to close that thing out.
No. You can't do
What do you
that.
mean? No, they did.
And then they were missing their second best player. Jabari in Michigan. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jabari?
What's up? What's going on with y'all?
How are you?
Happy Magic City Monday.
No doubt.
From Detroit,
What up, though?
Yes, sir. All right, let's get some real common sense around here. So, last time I checked, I believe, Kelvin, wasn't there a point in time where Rob Parker said that the Magic were going to win the series?
Yes.
No, I never said that.
You did.
I did not. I did not.
Yes, you did.
I did not. I didn't.
You absolutely did.
I did not pick them before the series started.
No,
I did not.
during the series.
I did not. No. I did not. I did not.
He said at some point, and you did during the series.
No, you did not. No, I never. They should have won. I said they should have. I do not.
Elijah,
there is no
HRU.
tape. There is no
You
tape.
literally said they were going to win.
There is no tape.
But here's my thing. My thing is that you can't say that. Now listen, I'm not going to poo-hoo about the Magic going through 23 straight misses. I have never seen that ever before.
Nobody has. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
But at the same time, for someone who on the radio show called the Pistons frauds, you can't call them frauds and then they come back from a 3-1 deficit and won the series.
Yes, you can. You know why? Because the Magic were bigger frauds. You could have 2 teams that are frauds. You could have 2
Somebody
teams
gotta
that
be
are
real.
frauds. No, they're both frauds. The Magic were the number 1 seed. Jabari, you know that. When they were down 3-1, your panties were in a bunch. You were crying in your pillow. You went down. You know that. You were when they were down 3-1. You were like, oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe my Pistons. They were the number 1 seed. I don't
I'm
know
just
what
proud of
happened.
Jabari. That's how you fight back, Jabari.
This guy, man, come on.
That's how you fight back, Jabari.
Yes.
Number one, you did say during the series they're going to lose.
And just like
Number
Jabari,
two,
and just like Jabari, when you called up here about the Lions after they played Washington, and tried to tell me that too, right?
Number two.
Oh, you forgot my number.
Don't
then.
be going back to stuff you said when you got present stuff you said that you were wrong about.
You forgot my number. I don't got.
How you going to have two frauds?
Easy. Two frauds.
Stop it.
Both of them are frauds.
Jabari, you know
Number
the
one
Pistons. You know
seed.
the Pistons won again.
Drew in New Jersey. Can we squeeze him in or no, Rob G? Yes. Drew, I don't want to hear no nonsense from you. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Drew, know what's up.
I don't think he's the best player, the best American player, but I definitely have him higher than Jason McIntyre. I think Jason McIntyre had number 2 Cooper Flagg, number 1 Steph Curry.
Cooper Flagg, number 1. Can we stop, please?
He had Cooper Flagg. He had Cooper Flagg 2. He had Steph Curry number 1, and then he had like Tyrese Maxey like 11.
I just don't think we'll see enough of Steph to be that. I think those days are gone. Steph
was Ant Edwards not on his list?
Ant Edwards was like 9.
Okay. Rob G, tell your man Jason McIntyre it's a wrap.
That's why I never miss straight fire.
Yeah. No, tell him it's a wrap.
But how do you get more? You give more credit to Jokic. Jokic had Anthony Edwards out of that series, and he had all the opportunity to win. This is a guy that you said.
Dude, he won a championship and 2 MVPs. Get off the phone.
What
Drew,
that got to do with anything?
Get off the phone, Drew.
That's in the past.
That's nonsense. Get off the phone.
That's what I don't like about Joker.
Get off the
Y'all
phone.
give him no smoke.
He won a championship in Denver with no other All-Star.
Okay, well then
Stop
give
it. I don't wanna hear that.
LeBron,
I don't
give
wanna hear
Steph,
that. I don't
give
wanna hear
anybody
that.
else, Giannis, who got a championship.
With no other All-Star.
Best
Stop
player
it.
in the league
Still talking
can't
about
get out
that.
the first round.
Please.
With Ant Edwards
with
out,
two
DiVincenzo
MVPs,
out,
and they stole
and
one
Ayo,
on racism.
DeMontu out.
Stop it.
How many more people he
All
won
right,
out?
come on, Steve DeSager, get me
He
out
won
of there.
Nas Reed out. He
You know
won
what?
Julius Randle out.
I want to go and fill in for Jim Rome right now. That's how bad I feel.
You won't never feel that bad.
Guys, Anthony Edwards will be on the court at San Antonio tonight. He's returning after missing last week with a hyperextended knee, returning with apparently a minutes restriction, but the Timberwolves open their second-round series against the Spurs in just about an hour. And underway at New York, the second-round opener with the Knicks hosting Philadelphia. Philly up 17-16 early. The Mavericks' new team president is Masai Ujiri, ex of Toronto. The Bulls' new executive VP, Bryson Graham from the Hawks. He spent 15 years with New Orleans. Orlando fired head coach Jamal Mosley. The Pistons gave coach J.B. Bickerstaff a contract extension. In the NHL playoffs, a couple of second-round games tonight. In an hour, it'll be Anaheim's opener at Vegas. Currently, it's the Flyers 2-1 at the Hurricanes in the second period. Philly led 2-0 in the first 5 minutes. The Packers signed veteran quarterback Tyrod Taylor. Jordan Love is the starter in Green Bay. Malik Willis left for the Dolphins. Green Bay is cutting quarterback Desmond Ridder. In Major League Baseball, the Mets sent Colorado to a fifth straight loss, 4-2. The save to Devin Williams. It's a rain delay in Detroit right now, top of the 8th. Red Sox leading the Tigers 5-2, just one hit for Detroit. And Tigers, well, they took a hit today. Pitcher Tarek Skubal will have arthroscopic elbow surgery. He might miss a couple months or more. He'll be a free agent after this year. The Phillies have a home run from Bryce Harper and still lead 1-0 in the 7th at the Marlins. Phillies closer Joan Duran will come off the IL on Tuesday after a strained oblique. The late game has Atlanta 25-10 at Seattle. Braves closer Raisel Iglesias due off the injured list on Tuesday. Mariners catcher Cal Raleigh still out tonight with right side tightness. The Rays at home lead the Blue Jays 5-1 in the bottom of the 7th. Yankees still shutting out the Orioles 3-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Aaron Judge a 2-run homer first inning, his 14th of the year. Former Yankees announcer John Sterling passed away at the age of 87. Still a rain delay. Reds at Cubs not yet underway. Guardians tied 2-2 at the Royals in the bottom of the 4th. Dodgers out to a 1-0 lead, bottom of the 1st at Houston, although L.A., which has had a slumping offense for a couple of weeks, did leave bases loaded in the 1st. And on FS1, the Cardinals at home lead 1-0 over the Brewers, bottom of the 3rd inning. Back to you.
Thank you, Steve. Odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Magic City, Monday, currently, as Steve was just updating you, but I'll just do it again myself. Knicks up 21-19. Good game going, 3:20 left first quarter in game 1 of the Eastern Conference semis. So we'll keep you updated on that. All right, Rob, again, you mentioned at the top of the show, Big loss for the Yankee fans, but baseball fans as a whole with John Sterling's passing.
No doubt. It's John Sterling, somebody who I got to know, somebody I grew up listening to. And I think I put on Twitter today, when I was in 8th grade, I had to write a homework assignment, and it was like the typical life of Rob Parker. And so I write this thing about going to baseball practice, doing this, getting on the bus, all this other stuff. And at the bottom of it says, I get home at 7:30, and I listen to John Sterling's radio show until 8 o'clock, and then I turn the game on. When games used to come on at 8 o'clock, and that's how I watched the Met game or whatever game was on if it wasn't the Mets. And so I got a chance to show him that. You know what I mean? Once I got to know him, and I was like, you know, you were in my homework assignment when I was in 8th grade. He's like, what? So I brought it in one day. Yeah. I still have it. In fact, I just took a picture of it.
I don't want to know the amount you spent on storage. How many storage
I have
units
everything.
you have?
No more. I've gotten.
Because, dude, you have brought in everything.
I have everything. I have everything. So,
real question. What made you become that person? Like, so early on. Most people, I wish I would have kept. How did you?
I don't know. Like, there's certain things I just was like.
This could be something later.
Yeah, you know,
that's
like.
Not, honestly,
it was like that.
Like, I wish I would have, dude. I was in the newspaper a few times playing during my.
You should have
basketball.
all that, right?
I'm looking around. I don't know where it is. Like, nobody in my family is really like that. And I wish we were.
I was
like
fortunate because, like I said, I have stuff that's unbelievable. Like you know, I've shown you the pictures of me and George Steinbrenner on the steps, me interviewing him on the steps of City Hall. You know what I mean? I'm 24 years old. Like, how do I have that picture? Me and Strawberry in 1983, all that. So I'm very fortunate. But John Sterling, as a guy, just a really great broadcaster, an original, and a nice person. Like I just. And I remember a couple years ago, I was really impressed because he's getting older. This was like 2 years ago when the Yankees opened the season in Houston. And, you know, his balance wasn't that great or whatever. Right. But I remember walking up, and he sees me, he's walking towards me. You know, at that time, maybe 85 or a couple years ago. And he looked right at me. Robbie, how are you? You know what I mean? Like, didn't hesitate, didn't flame. He was still sharp. You know, recognize people, great voice, but me calling him an original, for somebody to make up home run calls for every player, that's what separates him from, you know, everybody has a standard home run call, and they say it all the time, but to come up with all the different home run calls for all the players is what separates him from everybody 100%. Else. Nobody else had ever done that. And then you hear that when he was 6 years old, the only thing he ever wanted in his life was to be the Yankee announcer, which he got later on in life. He didn't get that job till he was in his 50s, but he got it.
It's there. By the way, you know this. I think we're both living embodiments of it. There's something to having that singular-minded focus. How many times we hear, I always wanted to be the fill-in-the-blank, the starting shortstop for the Yankees, the starting this, the CEO of that. And again, I'm not saying if there's 330 million people in America, that's going to happen for everybody, but there's something to people who can just latch onto that thing and just never waver, because life's going to throw you a few left hooks. Life's going to tell you no. People are going to doubt you. But if you stay the course, dude, it's amazing how many people have that story. It's funny, I'm here because the only thing I ever really wanted to do was blah, blah, blah.
Michael Kay's was when he was 9 years old, he wanted to be a Yankee announcer. Yep. You know, I wanted to be a sports writer since I was 9 years old. Like, you know that.
Ooh, 100%. Same thing with me. Like, once I locked in, it was like, though, this is it. And
this is what I want to
do. So many things in life will make you kind of go, no. They won't answer. They're saying no. They won't call you back. They won't look at your tape. Whatever the thing is, life has a way of, if you just stay the course, you stay in it, you believe it. I tell you, we both mentor a lot of people, speak to kids. You got a class at USC. If you just stay the course, I call it the weeding out process.
Oh, no.
Everybody's going to start falling by the wayside. They don't pay me enough. I did enough.
I don't want to work.
I don't want to work that hard. I got a week. I got to overnight. I got to travel. I got to do this. I got to get coffee. It'll start weeding out. I don't care the industry. People will start falling by the wayside, and you'll look up, and there's only a few of y'all left, you know? So that's an amazing story, just him, the talent, and also him, the person.
All right, here we go. We want to celebrate John Sterling, and this is worth it. Here on The Odd Couple, one of the all-time great baseball announcers who was an original. Listen, and you'll know why he was an original.
Understandably, they don't think the Yanks can pull Wohlers. It'll be a 2-2. Swung on and hit in the air to deep left. Jones back toward the track at the wall. It is gone. A 3-run home run, and the Yankees have tied the game. Jimmy Leyritz did pull Wohlers, and he hit a 3-run home run over the left field fence. And the gritty Yankees have come all the way back. 6-0 down to tie the game at 6. Do you believe that? It'll be a 1-1 to Bernie Williams. Myers deals, swung on and driven to deep left. It is high, it is far, and it's gone. Yankees win. Yankees win. Bernie Williams homers deep in the left field seats to lead off the 11th inning on a 1-1 bench, and the Yankees beat the Orioles 5-4 to win Game 1 of the American League Championship Series. Burn, baby, burn. He's done it again. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and hit in the air to deep left. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Alfonso Soriano, having the greatest rookie year you can imagine, has homered deep in the left field seats, has given the Yankees a 2-1 lead. Here's Tino. 1-on, 2-out. Pitch is swung on and drilled to deep right center. It is high. It is far. It is gone. The Bam Tino with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. He drills a game-tying 2-run home run. Oh, the Bam Tino delivers big time. And the Yankees, on the precipice of defeat, tie the game at 3. Now Kim, 1-0. Swung on and hit in the air to deep left. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. I don't believe it. Once again, deja vu. A 2-out, game-tying 2-run home run by Scott Brosius. Probably the most unbelievable feat in World Series history. Scott Brosius ties the game with a 2-run home run. Was it Al Michaels said, do you believe in miracles? 56,000 Yankee fans here say, yes, we do.
That's awesome.
If you don't get chills, and you don't have to be a Yankee fan, it's just the excitement of baseball. You know, game-winning home runs and walk-offs and stuff like that. But what a beautiful man, what a nice man, what a great professional, awesome voice, and an original. So we wanted to salute John Sterling. Rest in peace. Passes away at 87 years old. It is The Odd Couple.
Fox Sports Radio.
Cooper Flagg winning the NBA Rookie of the Year is like going to the bank with a $3 bill trying to get change.
Oh, boy.
It's Stat Padford in sneakers. That's what it is.
Oh, boy.
Are you kidding me? Seriously. How many meaningful games did Cooper Flagg play in? I'll wait. Anybody can pile up numbers in the NBA. Somebody's got to score. Knipple played in meaningful games. He helped the team get to the postseason. Come on, man. This is about a narrative. The NBA can't sell Cooper Flagg if he doesn't win the Rookie of the Year. This is when the NBA turns into the WWE NBA.
Nah, they about to have Cooper Flagg fans and a WWE.
I don't care. That's what it is because they know. You can't sell that. When Larry Bird went to the Celtics And they were bad, and then all of a sudden got good, and he was Rookie of the Year? Oh, yeah. He turned that franchise around. Cooper Flagg didn't do that. They didn't make the playoffs. And then they have the damn nerve to say, Knipple, we're going to penalize you for not playing well in the playoffs, but we'll glorify Flagg for his team not making the playoffs. That Flagg is a better player because he was at home and he didn't have a chance to play in the postseason. It's a regular season award. Cooper Flagg did not deserve it. Is he a really good player? Absolutely. He won Rookie of the Year. We got to stop with the narratives, and I know it. They can't sell Cooper Flagg to people, and they'll say, he wasn't even Rookie of the Year. How in the world are we going to be? What? I get it. They love the whole idea of him. There's a lot of good things that go with Cooper Flagg, and Cooper Flagg being a guy that maybe they could build the league around going forward. I get it. It ain't right. Stop doing it. Give it to people who have earned it on the court and deserve it. A guy who's contributed to a team that made the postseason and in a big way, for him to get 44 first-place votes tells you a lot, right? Cooper Flagg, given all the 50 points and all the other big games he had, he didn't run away with it. You know why? Because Cooper Flagg didn't play in one meaningful game all season long. The Mavericks were out of it. The WWE, NBA, that's where we are on this one. That's what it is.
Stop it. Okay.
Vince McMahon should hand him his Rookie of the Year trophy.
Stop it. First of all, Con Knipple was absolutely deserving, which was why it was a close one. But you acting like Cooper Flagg wasn't balling. You acting like Cooper Flagg, and what do we talk about? Sometimes it is that last week in a sport. If it's the Heisman race, it ends up coming to the last week sometimes. Those big games, those Heisman moments. It happens in all time, especially when it's nip and tuck, right? What's the last thing I'm going to remember? And that's exactly where Cooper Flagg planted his flag, I'll have you know, was at the last week or so. He's putting up a 50-piece. He's putting up a 45-piece, and he was balling out that last couple of weeks, and that was the last little thing.
In games that don't matter. In games that don't matter.
And I'm glad you said that.
Games that don't matter.
Because Cooper Flagg went to a franchise with a daggone GM who acted like it don't matter having good players on your team.
No, that ain't
Going
it.
to get Anthony Davis.
He played in meaningless games.
Because he did not have the guys that he thought he was going to have on it, that Nico Harris was selling us he was going to have. I'm going to have Anthony Davis with Cooper. No, you're not. Anthony Davis is always hurt. You should have known that. I'm going to have Kyrie Irving. No, you're not. Unfortunately, Kyrie Irving is often hurt. I'm going to have Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is old and washed, and the biggest thing with conversation about Klay right now is him and Meg Thee Stallion. So that's what Cooper Flagg had to work with. A bunch of nothing really going on in Dallas, and night in, night out, you know what he had? Hey, all we got to do is stop him, and we'll make them win this game easily. And he still played well. He still balled out, put up 20 a game, shot 47%, and had a really solid rookie season. Con Knipple was absolutely, I think he shocked all of us. Nobody expected him to be this good. But he has LaMelo Ball, who's one of the best creators in the league. He's got Brandon Miller, who is a walking 20-point a game. He's got Bridges. He's got a bunch of players over there, and they ended up being a fun team, a very NBA 2K team-like team, and he was a wonderful surprise to this season. He absolutely was in the running, and at worst-case scenario, I'll give you a Grant Hill, Jason Kidd, or I'll give you an Elton Brand, Steve Francis, where there was co-MVPs if you want that. But to me, Cooper Flagg had the entire franchise on his shoulder. He had to be the face of it after Luka. He didn't ask for them to trade away guys and do all that.
Give me the records that Cooper Flagg set, because let me give you Knipple's.
I can give you the records.
Let me give you his
Go
record.
ahead. I will answer that question. Go ahead.
He set NBA record for most three-pointers made by a rookie.
Fox Sports Radio, The Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. On a Magic City Monday. Shout out to, again, we just, Alex and everybody for cooking up. We just did a little tribute to the late, great John Sterling, who passed today at the age of 87. One of the greatest to ever do it for, of course, play-by-play for the Yankees, so that was pretty cool right there. And your story, too.
And he also did the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah.
You know, like he did the Braves for a number of years. And he also, when he first, like, in New York, I remember him doing the Nets and the Islanders. He did those as well. So he was well-versed. He did a lot of different things. But he was
and most
tremendous.
do. Like, when you think of the late, great Vince Scully.
Right.
I mean, people
Vince
just
Scully
think
did
that
the
he did the NFL.
Right. But I'm telling you, John Sterling, he loved baseball. Like, you know, there's certain guys. Vince Scully loved baseball. They could do they're broadcasters, they're professional broadcasters. They could do anything. But they have a love for the game.
Yeah, you could Bob Costas, people who
Bob Costas can do everything, and you ask him, he's in the baseball Hall of Fame.
Thing,
exactly.
Yeah. So you to your point, certain people have preferences. I can do anything, but this is my thing.
What's always crazy is Al Michaels, was a baseball announcer first too.
The Reds.
He did the Cincinnati Reds.
Yep. Stream us live wherever you happen to be in the iHeart app. Catch us all on your Fox Sports Radio shows, all your favorite. You can catch us live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeart app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeart app. It's always going to pop up at the top of your screen, so go check that out. Scooble, bad news for Tiger fans, and obviously the Tigers expected to be gone. He has loose bodies in his arm.
We're talking about 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, 2 or 3 months, it could be gone.
Minimum.
And that's kind of the usual with that. They haven't given one themselves, but if you just do the math on what typically is 2 to 3 months. You and I were talking a little bit for the show just about it seems like they can't get pitching right in major leagues right now. They don't want you to pitch more than 100. That's like the number. But guys keep getting injured. Obviously my connection with the Dodgers, guys continue to be injured. Then you try to map it out perfectly. Well, he'll only go 65 or 70. Guys keep getting injured. So it seems like there's a struggle. You've been covering it for years, for decades. I mean, how were guys able to go so long back in the day?
It's weird, but I think back then people weren't so specialized. Like now you're a kid. You only pitch. Yep. That's not how it used to be. You used to play shortstop every day and pitch every 5th day. You know what I mean? Every once a week as pitcher. You were a shortstop. You were a center fielder. You weren't a pitcher.
Right.
Now these guys are trained to be just pitchers. And so their arms, they let them throw curveballs really young. When I was in Little League, you couldn't even throw it. Like it was against, don't throw it. You know what I mean? You'll mess your shoulder up. But the other thing, too, that really stuck out to me was that so many people are always trying to avoid injury. It's just weird. Scooble didn't want to pitch more than one game in the World Baseball Classic. You remember the whole thing about here it is. This is a big year for him. This is his free agency year. Doesn't want to do that, and you still wind up getting hurt. And we've seen it over and over. I remember Clayton Kershaw was pitching a perfect game against the Rockies. 7 innings, 80 pitches. He was rolling. Dodgers took him out.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we don't want him to get hurt. He got hurt that year anyway. And I'm just like, I don't. If you're healthy, you should play, and you can't avoid injury. I don't care, like the safeguard. Don't throw this. Don't do this. Come in. Let's say, I don't, because nothing works. In the NBA, we talk about all the time. For all the load management, people are still getting hurt.
Crazy. It is crazy. I mean, we had to have arguments because people are like, no, you should give somebody an award who only played 61 games. No, the point was the rule was to get guys to play 70 games, 75 games to be an MVP or to be this or be that. And that's not the case. Yeah, I'm more inclined to your point of just, you be smart. And if a guy is hurt, he's hurt. But go out there, pitch. Go out there, play. Go out there, perform. Because, by the way, this is what makes sports great. And this is what makes the greats great. They had to play hurt sometimes. Like, we wouldn't get those magical moments we love where Jordan's flu game or whatever, food poison.
Isaiah against the Lakers.
Isaiah on a broken ankle scores 25 straight, whatever it is, in the third quarter. Like, we get these magical moments. Remember Byron Leftwich when his team was literally carrying him each play? He would throw a pass, and then the lineman would pick him up to the next play. Like, part of sports is enduring so many, that's what makes it great. If everything is comfy, perfect, in the exact condition, then it's like, all right, then you're manufacturing it. And you can't always do that. Sometimes you got to go out there on with a bloody ankle. Kurt Schilling.
Even though that was pain or something.
They say it was pain. We don't know if it's pain, catch up. We don't know.
Catch up,
But for the point of my point right now, let me have this moment.
But it made for a great story that night, didn't it?
You know, I mean, how many times we talk about guys who playing? Terrell Owens on a broken leg in the Super Bowl.
He had some game, too. That was unbelievable.
100-plus receptions. I think it was like 8-9 receptions, 100-plus yards.
Great. All that except for the vomit,
then all that from McNabb to be thrown up. Man, we on a, come on, we trying to score. So play. Sometimes you just got to play. Man, what they say? Players play. It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong.
You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice.
And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King.
The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun.
I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
The New York Knicks at home tonight against Philly, shooting 65% from the floor. Second quarter, Knicks lead the Sixers 41-33 in their second-round opener. 14 points for Jaylen Brunson. Coming up in about 45 minutes, it's Minnesota at San Antonio in a series opener. Minnesota star Anthony Edwards will play tonight. He missed last week with a hyperextended knee. Orlando fired coach Jamal Mosley. The Pistons gave coach J.B. Bickerstaff a contract extension. 2 NHL playoff games tonight. In about 45 minutes, it's Anaheim's second-round opener at Vegas. Right now, the Flyers, who are up 2-0 quickly, lead 2-1 at the Hurricanes at the end of 2. To baseball, the Dodgers' Kyle Tucker has homered in Houston. He's a former Astro. L.A. up 4-2 in the top of the third. Baseball on FS1 is underway, and Cardinals lead 4-0 after 4 against the Brewers. Mets beat Colorado 4-2. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker
this
and
is the Odd
Kelvin
Couple.
Washington.
I just want to say that I'm surprised. I want to apologize that Kelvin Washington, of course, after the Pistons not winning, still is not coming in. Oh, no, wait, the Pistons won, and Kelvin's in. What a surprise. Dude, when you were down 3-1, I didn't see you for a week and a half. You win the series, you're back into work, man. Welcome back.
I was a backup point guard for the Pistons when they needed me. I didn't get any minutes, but that's why I was there, Jason.
That's Jason Smith.
Secondly,
and for you guys who don't know, his show comes on after the Odd Couple.
Wow. Thirdly, let's get it done. Jason, y'all win, we win. We'll see you next round. Let's do that.
Yeah, I'll see you next round. I'll be here, actually. I won't be home. I'll be here. You'll see me here.
No. And then you know what, Alex? I command you to open the phone lines so I can call in when they lose. I tried to call in one day. All I got was yank, 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 yank. I'm like, no. It was like the Mets lost by 8. The Knicks blew C.J. McCollum game, and I was I'm about to call Jason now.
The last time Jason Smith took calls, I think Steve Hartman bought a new golf shirt.
So they never? Come on, Rob. Come on. You know, in 1983.
We're going to make a bet now. Pistons Knicks. If the Knicks go farther, Rob Parker buys dinner for everybody here.
No, I'm not in. No, I'm not.
You know he ain't doing that.
I got to buy dinner for everybody.
If the Pistons go farther in the playoffs, then Rob Parker buys dinner for everybody
here.
Yeah.
I lose on both sides.
You do. But here's the thing, Jason. The problem will be he'll order it, and then he'll go to pay, and they'll say, sir, this coupon is expired. So then somehow me and you are going to be paying for it. Alex, tell Kelvin my card, something happened, and he got to pay for it, and him and Jason can go split it. It's their teams anyway. And then next thing you know, me and you are going to be splitting it anyway.
You're probably right.
Yeah,
well, Jason, thank you. And he comes on in the next 57 minutes.
Yep.
You never miss the show.
That's right. Jason Smith, Mike Harmon coming up right after the Odd Couple here on Fox Sports Radio. All right.
Calling me out. Sorry.
At the University of Maryland Global Campus, you can choose from more than 65 graduate online degrees and certificates, including their MBA, now with 10 specializations. No application fee through June 1st. Visit umgc.edu. And don't forget, we're on YouTube. You can check us out.
Do it!
Is Jason's show on YouTube too, live every night?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to give him
Elijah asked for more money for that.
Okay.
He deserves it. All y'all deserve it.
I was just asking. That's it. But make sure you check out our show on YouTube. What's wrong with you?
Just literally not dealing with you.
Rob, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Okay.
I literally can't.
Just search Odd
Just
Couple.
put it on a T-shirt. I can't help myself.
Just search Odd Couple on FS.
We'll do it live.
Alex, I saw the little glimmer in his eye.
All right.
You couldn't get away with nothing. They
Caution.
knew when you were about to do something at home or in high school or middle school.
All right. All right. Go check out the YouTube channel and just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Don't forget Gary Washburn from the Boston
Shout out to
Globe,
Gary.
the national NBA writer. We'll have a post-mortem about the Celtics and get some more insight from that. All right. Rob G., the Rockets. There's some talk about Kevin Durant and his future there in Houston.
That's right. On Monday, ESPN published their long-form post-mortem on the Houston Rockets season about what went wrong, what went sideways, what led to them getting bounced much earlier than we all expected. And in it, they explained that Kevin Durant and his quote-unquote moodiness played a big role into why things didn't work out the way they thought they would. They also pointed out that despite, even though we made it a big deal on our show and other shows, the whole burner account tweets was maybe not as big of a deal as you might expect, but KD's moodiness, the lack of a second veteran presence in the locker room, Fred VanVleet was hurt, Steven Adams was hurt, kind of led to them spiraling out of control, especially in that first round series against the Lakers. Having said that, however, the expectation from sources in Houston is that not only do they expect Kevin Durant to be back next year, Ime Udoka's going to be back, and all the young core is going to be back. Houston wants to run it back with KD and company in 2026.
No way, no how. No, I'm not with it. Kelvin, we want to go back to our archives and talk about what I thought about KD and Houston? I wasn't buying it back then, and I'm not buying it now. Here's the problem. The burner account, the moodiness, all that, I'm buying that. But his availability, too. Didn't I talk about that? When you have an older guy, look around. Look at what's happened to him time and time again. It's always something happening, right?
Yeah.
There's always an injury, can't play. They needed him in the biggest spot. It just didn't work out. You think he's going to get better and healthier as you go along, or does he get worse as he ages?
Yeah, he's going. I mean, that's just human. Well, allegedly, LeBron, but you're supposed to.
But you get my point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I understand. I guess they've invested so much, and they feel like, what else are they going to do? And let's run it back when we get everybody back and healthy. It's just that he's getting older, and everywhere he's gone, things have gone south. Like, really.
That's my issue, Rob, more than the talent. He's a walking bucket. He's going to be efficient. Mark him for next game, 68 games, 24 points a game, 5-5. You know what I mean? Something like that. That's just what he does. But the issue I have more than anything, and I'm disappointed in him, and obviously Fred VanVleet there might have helped, but my biggest thing is it can't be a locker room disruptor. There's something all the time. And everywhere he leaves, there's something. It's just, the Warriors thing. And maybe
look how better the
Draymond
Suns got after he left, and that was a shocker there.
And it's weird. This is going on, and some weird stuff with the Nets, and there's weird stuff with the Suns, and we know how it ended in Golden State. And now we're here in the locker room was we're in Houston. And I don't know if he cares too much. I don't know if he's too much of a recluse or like I like to be alone kind of guy. But to me, what you see the NBA, and I've mentioned this before, you see the NBA has become. It's become a bunch of young guys you bring in when you finally find your core, and you grow and you grow. The Pistons are doing it. The Warriors actually did it 10, 12 years ago. The Celtics did it. The Thunder are doing it, and to the tune of winning, but also doing it. The Nuggets did it with Jamal Murray and Joker, and so growing that team there. That's what you're seeing. Orlando Magic are doing it. That's the Spurs are doing it. So to me, that's what the Houston Rockets have. They have a nice young core, whether it's Şengün, Amin Thompson, Shepard, Eason, Jabari Smith Jr. They got a nice core, and I think they're to something to letting that core grow. Now, what you might want to go do is find your De'Aaron Fox. Find that middling veteran. Like he's 28 years old. It's, something like that. That veteran, been around, been in a couple of post playoff series. Not necessarily this 37, 38-year-old. But I think that's kind of what you're going to need. Your De'Aaron Fox, your guy that's got some experience. If he were just an example, somebody like a Jamal Murray, I know he had a bad game, but somebody who can get you a bucket, can create, can get shots, something where you're like, we got a guy who's a veteran, can score, but it doesn't have to be the old head. Again, Because most importantly about all these teams I named, you know what they all have? Great chemistry. Locked in. Have you ever seen an interview with the Thunder? You can't even interview. All right, we're going to interview SGA after the game. It's 12 of them there. Let's interview this person. The whole team is there. The Pistons, everybody's there. The Spurs, they're locked in. And so I need that if I'm the Rockets. I want that unity. So as we go through the bumps and the bruises. But you're not going to get that with
Kevin Durant.
And I'm trying to find somebody. Is there your man Joe Dumars and then want to get off of Zion? I know it might be a little crazy. Do the Raptors want to get rid of a Brandon Ingram? Do just looking around, like, is there like that middling star, not a big name like a KD, but somebody a little, and there's some other guys too that you can find, but just that kind of guy to help you solidify your roster for the Rockets, because they definitely still need an actual scorer and a creator, and they don't have that right now, and that was the problem, whereas the Lakers had it. LeBron could probe, he can get guys shots, get Rui shots, get Kennard shots. And Austin Reeves can do the same thing. They don't have that guy right now.
But the other thing, too, is his availability in injury.
Well, he played, I think, the second most minutes in the league this year, which is crazy.
Yeah, but when they needed him.
Yeah, right. And so.
I mean, he was there for the postseason, I thought, right?
Yeah, well, that's exactly what he was there for. But you're not wrong. He's only going to get older. He's probably only going to get more broken down. So I'm just disappointed that this season for him, this was supposed to be that season where, and obviously, again, Fred VanVleet.
Because I mean, that was a big blow to them.
But to the same thing, the Pistons and the Rockets. You knew your flaw, and you did nothing to improve it.
Right.
You knew you needed a scorer or shooter, and you didn't go get that guy. The Pistons knew they needed the same thing, and you didn't go get that guy. So that I do find that to be peculiar as well. But yeah, I'm yielding some calls. I'm seeing what's out there that can fit this young group, that can get us to the next round or two, maybe a Western Conference final, something competitive, because they got a bunch of young talent. Amin Thompson is spectacular. Şengün is an all-star caliber guy. Shepard, I think there's more to be determined, but you got Eason, you got Jabari Smith Jr. You got some pieces there. You just need that one more guy, you know what I mean, that can help solidify. So I'm making some calls, see what's out there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, this was a bummer because – you would have thought that he was going to pick up the slack or deliver during that time, and it wound up being kind of a wasted season.
It ended up being that, and I have to admit,
people
I'm
had
disappointed.
People had them favored over the Lakers. With them banged up.
Yeah, because they got the guys, the horses. They just, and when you watch the games, and it happens often in the postseason, right? Every possession matters. We saw it with the championship winning team in the Celtics. How are you closing? How are you getting a bucket when it matters most?
Yep.
And teams struggle with that, and you get exposed in the postseason. And the Pistons, they don't have a lot of guys who can do that, right? And so that's why it ends up being on Cade.
Is this his last year, you think, there? Like?
No, I think they're going to run it. They're going to say Fred's going to be healthy.
No, I mean, like, one more year.
Yeah. This coming year. I think they're going to do one more year.
Because I don't think they're going to move off of him, but I would be looking just to see, and I don't know who's available.
Ime Udoka, I think they're going to stick with this whole. They're going to say,
we didn't get the whole thing in place.
There you go. Fred's going to be healthier. We're going to go pick up a nice free agent, not some huge signing, but a guy like they had, Dylan Brooks. I know they had him, but they're going to go get an Aaron Gordon type guy. And then they're going to say and then our horses will grow another year, and we'll see what we got. So I think some version of this is what they're going to run back next year. Obviously plus or minus a veteran piece that they get in free agency.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Should the Rockets try to get out of the Kevin Durant business this offseason? Or are you still buying this? We'll continue this conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. It is The Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Especially if you men need a little extra pep in your step in the US of A.
Well, consider us men.
That's right. Hey, let me ask you something.
Uh-huh.
Once you hit 40, did your energy just drop?
I ain't gonna lie. 40 and these kids, absolutely. And it's not like I'm doing anything different. You know what I mean? Still working out, still trying to eat better.
Exactly. But the weight sticks around a little bit more on you.
Stop looking.
Sometimes that shirt is a little tight.
Whatever. We all don't have trainers out here in these streets. And that's the frustrating part, Rob, because I feel like it shouldn't be sticking around.
That's right. But That's not a discipline problem, to be honest.
No, the fact is it's biology.
Your body changes, let's just face it.
It doesn't. It doesn't mean you have to accept it, though. You can fight back, dang it.
That's why we started looking into M-Drive.
It's built specifically for men like us over 40.
To support the steady energy without the spikes.
And to help your metabolism keep up with the work that you're already putting in.
Best of all, no extremes, no shortcuts.
Just something you can take every single day.
If you've been feeling that shift, don't wait.
Go to mdriveformen.com. That's mdriveformen.com and use code COUPLE and get 20% off your first order.
That's mdriveformen.com, code COUPLE.
mDrive for men who still show up.
Hey, Kelvin. Go get M-Drive. Let's talk about inside the NBA, and Shaq had some very nice words to say about.
He don't like to give big fella
about
praise.
Wemby. You know that. I mean, when we talk about that all the time, especially when you think that he doesn't even have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in his top 10 of all time in the NBA. I still can't get over that. But anyway.
Meanwhile, he probably was like on a FaceTime with him earlier in the day. Like that's his. Yeah, that's his guy. Shaq loves guards.
But
loves guards.
yes. So here's Shaq inside the NBA.
I think Wemby is the first perfect big man that's ever created. Can shoot, free throws, play defense, play offense. He's a great team player. I'm happy for the Spurs. I'm happy for Wendy.
Well, I think I get his sentiment. I would argue Hakeem might have been that. Shoot, fade away, handle. Obviously, he's not quite Wemby handle, but, block. I think he's still all-time leader in blocks and just rebound. Hakeem Olajuwon might have been that. But the freakish aspect of Wemby is crazy. My wife the other night, we're watching the game, and her and my daughter like, whoa, he looks like abnormally tall. I'm like, yeah, he's like, they list him at 7'4". I think he's like 7'6", and they're like, whoa. And then I said, watch this. And he's coming down, got a rebound, kept it behind the back, step back, shooting three.
It's the dribbling.
It's not normal. How are you 5 inches taller than KD and as mobile and a better passer and an incredibly, much better defender? So he's made out of a video game. You ever got bored on 2K and made a ridiculous player, Bo? Just for fun, like, let me see what it would look like, and I'm going to put all the attributes up. Well, we got that human. We got the first perfect player. Like, where's the flaw?
The idea, and I know that's not a real flaw, but it's in there, the idea of him staying healthy.
That's the only challenge, right?
Can you look and know for sure he's going to play 15 years, have a career, and not have be sidelined or be hobbled by some sort of injury, being that tall, being that big, being that size, and the history is against him. Would you agree with that? The history.
Yes. The only difference, and we've mentioned this before, is that he's not. The average bigs we're talking about, something was a little off with their movements, right? They were slower, they were bigger. You look at Yao, Manute Bowles, Mirasan, Sean Bradley, those bigs. He's actually agile and
but he's already had his own share of injuries and different.
Yeah, well, the blood clot, that one was scary because you don't know what to do with that, right? If you twist your ankle, I can tape it up. I can give you a couple weeks off. The blood clot is one of those weird ones where you just don't know what to do. But you're right, and I said it. About a year or so ago when we were doing it, I said his health is the biggest deterrent. Like, if he can stay healthy, he's got a shot at being something incredible. And we might be having our first hour conversation might be different. It might be about LeBron might get replaced with a Wemby talk in comparison to Jordan and the GOAT conversation. I mean, all the attributes are there. And again, Shaq always hates on big men because he'll always say, I didn't like it, Kenny. Well, why didn't you like it? He had a good game tonight. Those aren't SLN. Well, what is SLN? What do you mean? Shaq like numbers. Like, he makes it like everybody has to look like him and play like him and have those numbers.
You mean when they took you out of the games because you couldn't make free throws, or when they used to do the hacker Shaq?
It's easy. If you score 6 every quarter, That's 24. And then if you get an extra cup, it's not that. Are you watching? Each game is different, right? You know what I mean? There's a different style, different flow. But
if everybody could use that formula, then everybody would have 30 points. I mean, like that. All you got to do is score 6. That sounds good
all the time. They'll come out. Who's a big man like in the last? Maybe they'll say like Embiid or something. And like last few years, and he'll be like, oh, he had a good game. 27-11 as the Sixers. And he'll be like, I'm like, what?
I mean, he's got chicken in his teeth.
They make Shaq like numbers. Okay, so you were one of one, Shaq, right? Not every. When's the last time a dude brought out the whole stanchion? Let alone break a rim, the whole stanchion. Like, you were kind of one of one, Shaq. So, but I like seeing him give credit to
And when he played, we talk about all the time. I mean, nobody was as dominant. I mean, in his heyday with Kobe and that
90,
run,
6-ish.
Am I right?
To like 01, 02, Shaq.
And he didn't have to come up with any other shot, dunk the ball every single time. You don't need no dipsy doodle. I don't need you to do anything special. Like, all he does is dunk the ball. Okay, and what?
And get guys in foul trouble. And then when you double and triple team them, I'm kicking it out to Rick Fox, Derek Fisher, Glenn Rice, depending on the era of the team. Yeah, and that's why we're talking about, like, if I'm Kelvin Washington, the general manager, why I'm so big on Shaq, while like if we had a draft of every NBA player ever and they're all 22 and you're going to get him for 12 years, I'm taking Shaq just about over everybody because Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. Still got Gary Washburn getting ready to join us here in about 7-8 minutes. Boston Globe national NBA writer. We'll talk to him about the Celtics. Where do they go from here? Big game right now, 68-51. Sixers, Knicks up big on the Sixers.
Now, that makes sense because we were talking about it earlier. They were shooting 65% from the field. I was like, they should have a bigger lead than 8 points.
And now it has ballooned. And you wonder, too, the fatigue of a 7-game series versus the Knicks been off for quite a little bit of time, got some rest. But we'll see. We've seen a crazy, wild playoff series, a little bit of everything happen. Real quick, at University of Maryland Global Campus, you can choose from more than 65 online degrees and certificates, including our MBA, now with 10 specializations. No application fee through June 1st. Visit umgc.edu. All right, Rob, 877-99 on Fox. We asked for calls. Kevin Durant, the Rockets say, despite it all, they want to try to run it back with him. Is it time to move on? Is he just going to be a merchant, man, kind of a 1 year, one deal with everybody at this point, the last few years of his career? Or do you say, if he was healthy, if Fred VanVleet was healthy, maybe they would have been different, the outcome. 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
All right. Andre in Mississippi. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Andre? How are you?
I'm doing great, guys.
Thanks for calling.
We're going to talk about this Kevin Durant situation, man. Hey, they might as well run it back. I mean, they the Houston Rockets. They the West Coast Atlanta Hawks, guys. They never do nothing. So what do you expect out of the Houston Rockets?
That's a good point. I like that. I didn't think about that. The Hawks, every now and again, they pop up, have a good season, but don't do anything with it. You might be onto something.
They never going to do nothing. So you can run it back. He going to get his 25 to 26 points. And, hey, they going to lose again probably in the first round. So what's new with Kevin Durant? It's nothing new. He's going to go in the Hall of Fame, but guess what? He don't make his teammates any better. They never do anything. I'm not even buying the rent. If you give me his jersey, I will burn it.
Wow. All right. Hey. Thanks, Andre in Mississippi. Appreciate it.
Kevin Durant's second half of his career, Rob, it's going to be interesting. Like the first, you know what I mean? First,
but it doesn't matter.
No. He's first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm just saying the narrative.
No, it's spotty. It's spotty.
Yeah,
That's
for
why.
years, he was the second best player. We all knew it for years. And now it's like, oh, man, Knicks just going crazy right now.
23.
74-51 at halftime.
All right, Tyron in Tennessee. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Tyron?
Hey, guys, good to be with you again. Phenomenal show, and you guys are doing a phenomenal job. A joy to listen to.
Thank you, man.
Thank
Thank you.
Man, we appreciate that. That means a lot.
Yes, sir. And I tell you, I'm about done with Kevin Durant. I can't believe Houston's making this call. To me, Kevin Durant has turned into a complete, utter disgrace. I mean, my problem with him this series where he was unavailable, he let a bone bruise, and a little knick-knack ankle injury keep him out. And here's why I know he could have played, and he quit on his teammates because he played in game 2. Now, you think about this, Rob. You look at Anthony Edwards. He had a way more significant injury, and no one would have batted an eye had he missed this series. We'd all know, okay, he's got a severe knee injury.
Right.
This guy is back tonight playing his ass off. You know why? Because he wants to compete. He wants to win, and that's the difference. And Kevin Durant, ever since he's left Golden State, he's been a loser, man. Everywhere he's went, he's burnt the locker room down. They couldn't get rid of him faster. And to me, this is just another event for that. And I tell you what's going to happen next year. They're going to fail. They're going to underachieve. Udoka's going to lose his second job with another NBA team. Kevin Durant's going to get that man fired. But the bottom line is Kevin Durant is just – it's not time for everybody to be done with him. He doesn't move the needle. He's not a piece that's going to put you over the top. He's just right now.
I hear you, man.
Tell me how you really feel.
I know, no doubt. Let's go.
I hope KD ain't listening to the Odd Couple right now.
Andre in Massachusetts, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
How you doing? Thanks for taking the call.
I do have to ask you this real quick. Did they burn down the Commonwealth? Are you all right?
Yeah, we're all right. Here in the Commonwealth, the shell shock is.
Dre picked didn't you pick the Sixers? Didn't you?
I did, because we made it clear, right? When you jettison Drew Holiday, you let the dynasty go as well, right there. So this is a long time coming, and that slow train has finally rolled through Boston. But they had a dynasty with that backcourt, Holiday, White, the JB and JT, throw Crispy P in there, okay. But you had your core to win for the future, and new owner came in, wanted to worry about a couple pennies here, a couple pennies there, and he gave it away. So it is what it is. Now there's all this madness talking about going ahead and getting Giannis. You did it to yourself. Go back and get Drew Holiday like Golden State did with Gary Payton II. Drew Holiday's obviously much better. And just bring him back and try to start over. That's your best bet in terms of resetting. I have to concur completely with the previous caller. Listen, Kevin Durant is who we thought he is. You know what that is? He's Fugazi. Period.
Wow.
End of story. That's exactly what this man is, and it's been this way, as the caller said. First of all, he shouldn't have left Oklahoma City. Sam Presti, this is kind of on you. You shouldn't have got rid of James Harden. You should have got rid of Russell Westbrook, and it should have been Harden and Durant for their career. But that's neither here nor there. He left to go to Golden State, but he doesn't feel secure in himself. He knows he jumped onto a super team to win those championships, and it's invalid, and he's been a nomad ever since in every spot that he stopped with. But that's not why this man has to go, and I can't mess with him. The other caller had it right. He played 78 games this year. He only missed 4 games all season, and then you sit out the 6 games in a playoff with an obscure injury. I don't buy it. This man is in his feelings. He's super sensitive. And as much as talented that he is, that's who he is. He can't get out of his own doggone head. You can't be trusted. So if I'm Houston, you got to go. I got to bring in an actual veteran like an Andre Iguodala to help these young guys, because that's not Kevin Durant. The man is suspect. I'm sorry. So as talented as he is, I got questions about him in terms of his legacy. Thanks for taking the call.
All right, man.
I didn't know Kevin Durant was going to yield all this. Fired up about it.
That was some real stuff right there. He wasn't having it.
All right. Appreciate the calls, as always. Didn't know y'all was so passionate about Kevin Durant, but that's good to see. All right, we got Gary Washburn on the other side of trending right now. He is. Steve, this Hager.
Let's update the second round opener. Hey there from New York. The Knicks lead at half against Philadelphia, 74-51. Knicks shooting 66% from the floor, led by Jaylen Brunson's 27 points in 19 minutes on the court. Philly shooting 40% from the floor. Philadelphia just won a first-round Game 7 at Boston on Saturday. Minnesota, in just a few minutes, tips off its second-round opener at San Antonio. Anthony Edwards of the Timberwolves will play tonight. He missed last week with a hyperextended knee. In Tuesday's series openers, Cleveland's at Detroit, and then Oklahoma City hosts the Lakers. The Detroit Pistons had trailed in the first round 3-1, but beat Orlando Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. The Pistons today gave Coach J.B. Bickerstaff a contract extension while Orlando fired Coach Jamal Mosley. The Mavericks' new team president is Masai Ujiri, ex of Toronto. The Bulls' new executive VP is Bryson Graham from the Hawks. 2 NHL playoff second-round games tonight. Carolina at home, which won the opener of the best-of-7, was down 2-0 in the first 5 minutes to the Flyers tonight. Carolina has tied it up 2-2 against Philadelphia, about 6 minutes to go in regulation. About to begin Anaheim's Game 1 at Vegas. The Packers signed veteran quarterback Tyrod Taylor and cut QB Desmond Ridder. To Major League Baseball, Boston was a 5-4 winner at Detroit. Jaylen Durant 3 hits, including a 3-run homer. Detroit as a team only had 3 hits tonight. And Tigers pitcher Tarek Skubal will have arthroscopic elbow surgery. He might miss a couple months or more. The Mets sent Colorado to a 5th straight loss 4-2. Philadelphia was a 1-0 winner at Miami. Bryce Harper homered in the 3rd. Tampa Bay has won 10 of 11. The Rays beat Toronto 5-1. The Yankees are leading 6-1 over the Orioles, bottom of the 7th. For the O's, this would be a 5th straight loss. Aaron Judge, 2-run homer in the 1st, his 14th. Former Yankees announcer John Sterling passed away at the age of 87. Reds in the bottom of the 3rd, leading at the Cubs 1-0. There was a rain delay at the start. At Kansas City, Royals 6-2 over Cleveland, bottom of the 7th. And 2 other games to update. On FS1 in St. Louis, Cardinals lead 4-1 against Milwaukee, top of the 6th. And the Dodgers lead at Houston 7-2, bottom of the 4th inning. Back to you.
Hey, Steve, have a great night. Appreciate it. It is the Odd Couple. He's Rob. I'm Kelvin on a Magic City Monday. Last call coming up in just a moment. Right now, we are joined by Gary Washburn. He is with Boston Globe, national NBA writer, G. Washburn Globe on X. Give him a follow. G, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's going great right now. Well,
did they burn down the Commonwealth?
That's what I'm about to say. It's great for us, but
everything's a little shaky, Rob. But they got to figure this one out. This is going to leave a mark. This is going to cause a major scar in the progress of this franchise. Blowing a 3-1 lead, and now fans are looking, and Philly's down 23 at halftime against the Knicks.
Right,
so,
I'm sure
it doesn't look good right now. It hasn't helped them at all, their disposition at all, watching this first half.
Well, here's my thing. I get it. The Celtics are about threes. I get it. Okay? But when they lost to the Knicks, they missed 75 out of 100. Kelvin and I bring it up a million times.
That's crazy.
It's a crazy number, Gary. You know that. And then you're down by 1 with 3 minutes to go, and you go, what was it, 0 for 9 from 3?
From 3.
Like, I get
only
that.
Down one. Only down 1.
I get the 3 ball, but you could win that game. You don't have to shoot. The 3 wasn't falling. I just don't. What am I missing? Am I missing something?
Well, Rob, it's a byproduct of today's NBA, and also the Celtics not really since Garnett having a dominant low post scorer or a guy you can really pick and pop and get you easy buckets. Like, they don't have an Embiid. They don't have a Towns. They don't have a guy who's going to eat up the paint and just get to the line, get fouled. So they play with what they feel like is going to win, obviously analytically, with threes being better and worth more than twos, and then getting open, clean looks, thinking, hey, if we hit most of those or some of those, it's better than just trying to take 17-footers. So, analytically, it makes sense. It's just only in it. But when you look bad, you look real bad. When you look great, you look great. That's kind of the agony and the ecstasy of it.
Right.
In terms of they had 2 32-point wins in this series because threes went down. They looked unbeatable, and then when they don't go down, they look very beatable. And that's the tough part about this style is when it looks bad on the biggest stage, you're going to get major questions about this, and that's what the Celtics are going to have to ponder this summer, whether to make some adjustments to this style or just run it back.
What I do love, real quick, is the person who came up, live by the 3, die by the 3. I mean, whoever said that.
It's big facts.
It really fits, Gary. It just does.
100%. Hey, let me ask you this. Joe Mazzulla, we don't talk about this a lot, Rob. I brought this up to you, of course, the other day you and I were talking about in baseball. Managers kind of get the, hey, here's your lineup, here's what you're doing, analytics say this, put this person here, do that. Is he in a situation where I know he's the guy in practice and kind of in the locker room, but just as far as the philosophy you were just mentioning, because I feel like he's beholden to that. Like, I can't switch it up. I can't do anything. Whereas what makes coaches great is adjustments, right? I know this was the game plan coming in, but here are the adjustments we're going to make. It feels like they just singularly say, as a whole entire organization, this is it, period. Not, all right, that's what we thought first half. Let's switch it up a little bit. Am I wrong for seeing that?
I don't think you're wrong. I think it's a personnel situation. I think last year in the 24 finals, right, this team had Porzingis. He can make your mid-range jump shot. You had Drew Holiday. He can, use his physicality and get you a bucket. You had Al Horford who could hit a short J. And you had even, Luke Cornett, who's playing well now at San Antonio, who could get you a layup. This team doesn't have many bigs who can just put in the work in the paint, especially against Joel Embiid. So it becomes a situation where you're just trying to do 3 is better than 2. And then you have Jason Tatum basically playing on one leg. And I'm not saying shouldn't have been out there. I think it was a smart decision to hold him for Game 7. But he's not what he's going to be in 6 months. He's still in recovery mode, as he revealed. He's still coming back from a major injury. And Jaylen Brown, defensively, they put more athletic guys on Jaylen Brown, Kelly Oubre, B.J. Edgecombe, guys who can go for him step for step, so he couldn't get around them. So they kind of had to start settling for threes. And in the 3 wins, everything was great. They were 40+%. In the losses, they were 20+% They missed over 100 in those 4 losses. And they missed, the 13 for 49 and 13 for 50 in 2 of those losses. So it's a personnel thing, and this team is going to have to look itself in the mirror and figure out how to get better, because the East is going to get nothing but better next year when teams like Charlotte, Toronto all get that experience this year.
Yeah.
They're going to come back stronger next year. The Knicks, so the Celtics, if they're going to take advantage of this Brown-Tatum window, they're going to have to get some moves going and make some changes.
He is Gary Washburn on with the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday. Make sure you follow him again. You can do that. G. Washburn Globe. He is, of course, with Boston Globe and national NBA writer.
Yeah. The series, of course, you just brought it up, the Knicks and the 76ers. I know it's one game. People can't get too crazy about it because we always, people overreact and think one game is going to be the series. Who do you like in this series? Is it the Knicks? The 76ers have a chance. They were able to come back against Boston, or was that a fluke? Where are you on the 76ers?
I thought the Sixers played – I thought they're the team that they had been looking to be, and it finally happened. Embiid came back. Paul George looked like Indiana Paul George from 10 years ago. Tyrese Maxey, you cannot guard him off the dribble. He's that fast. Edgecombe's a freakish athlete, fearless rookie. I just thought they put everything together at the right time. I did not see the Knicks being up by 23 at halftime and Jalen Brunson have 27 points in the first half. I mean, that's crazy. But I thought that they would push the Knicks to a long series. I still think the Knicks probably have enough to win the series, but I thought it would be a war. And it still might be a war, but obviously Philadelphia needs to make some defensive adjustments. You can't allow 74 points in the first half. But look at, New York's got 32 points to paint, and Embiid doesn't look quite like himself as he did in Boston. So I think I think the Knicks are going to win in 6.
Yeah, I mean, they look good. I'm wondering, too, if there's a little bit of fatigue with the Sixers right now. So we'll have to wait and see. I want to go here with you real quick with the Celtics. Are they happy with the Jays? Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, are they really – is that still, hey, this is our foundation? Or is there, we'll take some calls. What's Giannis talking about? Where are they with the Jays?
I think that if they're going to make a major move, it would have to be likely Jaylen Brown. I don't think they're looking to trade Jaylen Brown. I don't think he's on the market this summer or anything like that. I still think they feel like they can win with those two guys. Jaylen's only 29. Jason's 28. So They're still in the midst of their prime, entering their prime. So it's not an age thing. So I think if you give them a point guard that can get them the ball in their spots, that can facilitate offense, that can hit a jumper, it's basic basketball. Like Rob and I remember when the point guard used to run the show.
Yes.
The point guard wasn't a point forward. He was a guard.
Right.
He was Isaiah Thomas. He got you the ball where you needed, and he could hit you a jump shot. And a center, a guy who could post up and draw fouls and get to the rim and score. Like, it's basic old school basketball. I think that's kind of what we're going back to, right? Is the old school and guys scoring in the paint and punishing guys. And the Celtics have to be more physical. And I think they got two, obviously, cornerstones with Tatum and Brown that they can move forward with. They just got to improve the core around them.
You know what? That's why it was good seeing. I told Rob this earlier, G. It was great seeing Jared Allen ball out for the Cavs and just being dominant, blocking shots. He had an 8 or 9 offensive rebounds. I think he had 17 total. He had basically 20 and 20 kind of game. I mean, it was just a great reminder. You can be down low. You can be big. You can draw fouls. You can do sky hooks and jump hooks. And, it's like I love seeing that style of ball come back every now and again. Everything had to be a 3. That's all we see, Rob. 3s.
I don't like it. I hate it. I hate to be the old man punching at the clouds, Gary, but it is what it is. Hey, Gary, this is for you. Before Gary became like this huge NBA guy, he was a baseball writer. Gary, this is for you.
That is great.
Hey, Gary, great baseball announcer John Sterling passing at 87. What a voice. I'd call him an original from the home run calls for every player. We've never seen that before, right?
No, totally. And remember, Rob, he was the announcer for the Atlanta Hawks who announced Larry Bird's 60-point game. If you look at way back in the 85 when Larry dropped 60, John Sterling was on the call.
Yep.
So obviously he has major versatility there. So, yeah, a tremendous loss. He always was a gentleman and obviously a great, great voice. I mean, and back when we used to listen to games on the radio, and I know that doesn't happen as much anymore, but growing up in L.A.
Oh, it was great. It's in the background of your life. Yep.
Yeah, and Chick Hearn. I mean, that was just gold. I mean, you can't ever get that back, but a tremendous loss.
Okay, we can't do John Sterling like that. Here's a good one for you. All right, here you go, Gary. What? Not that one, Alex. What are you doing?
The Yankees
win. There you go, Gary. We got to go out on a good note.
No doubt.
Appreciate you, my man.
Thank you, G. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Okay.
No doubt. All right. There you have it. Last call. 877-99 on Fox. 877-99 on Fox. Last call is up next. Yeah, Alex. Ow. I love that. Back here. It's so smooth.
Alex, you are so mean.
Back here. I love it. He's saying, come pop off. Back here. Love it.
It's last call time on The Odd Couple. If you had a take and couldn't get in all show, here's your chance.
Your call's important to us.
Call us at 877-99 on Fox. Hurry up. Rob and Kelvin got to get out of here.
We are Fox.
Rob G, the Boston Celtics, Game 7. Couple issues, but, of course, Jaylen Brown highlighted
Yeah, we had a few Game 7s over the weekend, and this one was on Saturday, so we expected this one we get to later in the show. It's not a big deal. We're 2 Game 7s removed from that. But Jaylen Brown had to get on Twitch on Sunday night and made some comments about what went wrong for Boston during that series, and it got everybody up in roar. Take a listen.
What are y'all talking about? They clearly had an agenda. They clearly had on a red board. If Jaylen does this move, call the offensive foul on him every time. I don't know if it's because I pissed the refs off. I've been critical about them, and I called them out a bunch of times. They were like, you know what, I got you in the playoffs. Watch this. And that's exactly what they did. And when you're in the middle of the series, you know, I got time to say that because that's a distraction. I'm trying to focus. But now that's over, I've been doing that all regular season. Everybody's been doing it all regular season. You're gonna call that on me every time. And y'all don't see it like it's an agenda. It's clearly an agenda. Look at the same move.
Okay. It could all be true, but it comes out as sour grapes when you blow a 3-1 lead. And we can talk about the Celtics all we want, and the same thing comes up. They live by the 3, they die by the 3, right? When they lost to the Knicks last year, what happened? They missed 75 out of 100 threes. They go up 3-1. They shoot 28% in the last 3 games, and guess what? You get knocked out.
Yep.
So you can talk about all you want. It just sounds bad. Jaylen Brown had a great year, absolutely great year. So let me tell you, so they allowed you to do whatever you wanted, and now they want to punish you because they have an agenda against you somehow, and now all of a sudden that's the reason you lost. How was it that maybe it was Tatum, right, not being there, which is a big blow. Nobody's going to poo-poo that or act like it's not. And then the idea that this team has lived and died by the 3. I'm sorry, I can't get with it.
Man, absolutely not. You took it nicely on them. To be honest with you, I'm beyond disappointed in Jaylen Brown. First of all, go to Cancun first. 1, 2, 3 Cancun. Go take the break. Go relax. Get your mind off it because you just mentioned
the only problem is Vrabel and Rossini's on the boat, so there might not be any room. Did you see?
Yeah, and then they might have been taking Spirit, so there might not be no flights right now.
That was something for inside the NBA. Did you see it?
Oh, they put them on the gone fishing joint. Yeah,
they put them on the boat.
Well, that show doesn't shy away from it.
No, but that's so anti-ESPN.
Yeah.
Though. Remember, they're not on TNT.
Well, they told
anymore.
them if we're gonna do it, let us do us.
I was shocked.
Now you know Ernie might have been like, "Come on, y'all. Now, come on now." But this is my issue with Jaylen. First of all, you just lost. You got to have some grace. You got to show some love to the Sixers, or you don't have to say anything. You can just go, like I said, 1, 2, 3 Cancun it, relax, get on a floaty in the ocean or in a pool, relax, drink a Mai Tai or something, and stop talking about it because it only makes you look bad. Also, here's what I don't like. What he doesn't take account for is the fact that this team has won a championship before, and they were supposed to have the championship pedigree. The Sixers are the ones that we say they're going to panic, they're going to freak out, and Embiid can't win a Game 7. This is supposed to be the case, right? He's coming off of an injury, and yet it was the Celtics who looked like they'd never been there before. You know what they did when they were down 1 point, Rob? 1 point with 3 minutes left in the game? They shot 7 to 8 more threes. 3 after 3 after 3. You're down a single point. Joe Mazzulla, you know what you can do? It's called adjust. Make an adjustment. Switch things up. Get somebody on the block. Have somebody draw a foul. Have somebody come off a curl like Rip Hamilton used to do and get an elbow shot. And the fact of the matter is they did the same old thing that they did last year. Shoot all these threes in crunch time when it mattered most. No variety, no mixing it up. And they lost. You live by the 3, you die by the 3, and you know what they say. The definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over, expecting different results. And that's what they did. They did the exact same thing over. You can't shoot 129 threes, Rob, in 3 games and only make 36. Dare I also say, when you look at the roster, let's call it out. Let's call it what it is, Rob. Sam Hauser. You go with guys like you're playing Garza. You're playing Shireman. You're playing
none of that. I mean, it doesn't matter.
No, here's where I'm going, though.
Okay,
their roster is built to only do that. And that's the issue I have with the Celtics as a whole.
But it's work for them, and I'm just saying that's who they are.
Right.
And when they're not falling, you're going to
Well, dang it,
lose.
Rob, the luck of the Irish ran out.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that. Mix it up,
saying,
and I'm glad I saw.
But they're not going to do that. I'm
why can't
with
they?
you.
Why can't
I'm
they?
with you. That's not what
If
they
you
do.
look at what we saw
That's not
over the
what they
week-
do.
I hear you.
I hear you. What you're
But
saying.
that's 2 years in a row
but
now.
What you're saying makes a logical sense. You're down by
How dare
one.
I be logical,
You
Rob?
don't need threes, right? They don't want. They're not hearing you. This is who we are. This is what we do. If they don't go down, we got to live with it. And they got to live with it. So, but I'm a woman.
Oh, boy. Fox Sports Radio.
Alex,
Odd couple.
you are so mean.
Why?
You guys stop laughing at it, Rob. That'll help.
It's the best.
It is, actually. Coming up
Even
here.
in that situation, you hear his voice, how good he. I mean, seriously.
Does he say that to like his kids? Like, come down for dinner.
Hey, kids, it's now time for mac and cheese.
I always wondered, like, did Vin Scully,
But what a great voice.
when
We
they
were
got
talking
that
about it earlier.
perfect pipes.
You
like
know
that.
this, right? There's certain guys who have pipes. John Sterling, pipes.
Vin Scully.
Vince
That's
Scully.
what I'm saying.
No, there's certain guys, and you just know they're meant to be broadcast.
100%.
Steve Harmon. Living the dream.
All right, let me.
Okay.
Haven't pulled this polo off since 1972. Hartman and Papinga.
Not dealing with y'all.
Hey, you know when I was with the Raiders, you know Al Davis gave me this polo. I said I'd never take it off.
Do you know I recommended that haircut to Al Davis?
Do you know those bell bottoms that Al Davis used to wear? I bought them. I made them.
Any other one you want to get out?
Ow.
Ow, that's
Okay,
not my favorite part.
You know what? Can you just take that part?
Yeah, take the
We don't
owl. We
to-
need the owl.
We'll use that if
We
somebody
definitely
says
need the owl.
something.
Something else painful or hurt.
Yeah.
Ow.
Like that.
Yeah, cut that up.
There we go.
If you miss any of today's show, be sure to catch the podcast. Just
They're
search
like-
The Odd Couple
they're-
wherever you
they're
get your
bash-
podcast.
They're bad. Well, we're not bashing
No,
Josh
it's a
Sterling.
great call.
This is love.
Please follow the podcast. Rate it 5 stars. We'll probably not get 5 stars today. Provide a review. Again, just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. You'll find today's full show and best of version right after we get off.
All right,
the
let's get to
air.
last call.
All right, let's get to last call.
This is the last call.
Last call.
It's last call. Last call time on The Odd Couple.
No, you know you're making me mad because you're trying to play innocent. You are the maestro of this. And you're trying to play innocent.
Would you stop? All right, Andrew in Bakersfield. Oh yeah, you're on the.
You
air.
are
the last caller here
I'm
on
sitting
the
here,
Odd
I gotta
Couple
be
Fox
roped into
Sports
this
Radio.
because now already awful announcing, and I'll be sitting right here, Rob G. Like, put me in it.
What's up, guys?
Yo,
How are
yo.
you?
So, I'm all right. How are you guys?
We're good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Kelvin. So you're right. Detroit started playing defense, playing hard-nosed defense. And Rob, I was kind of expecting more of a I was wrong. I remind you, you had to end, both of you had to end your statements with, they're not out yet, but, you know, so if you remember what it was like that day and what it's like now that they won, I'm expecting more reaction, Rob.
Yeah, he's
All
talking
right,
to
that's
you.
all I got.
He
okay.
He wants you to say, I was wrong.
You'll be better catching a foul ball behind home plate.
Stop it. Oh, gosh.
Alex, stop it.
What?
Elijah, at least when you send out the videos,
Yes,
and just
clip
cover
that
my
off.
face.
Clip that off.
Just cover my face, all right?
Nah, hey, If you heard the tribute we gave to John Sterling, come on.
No, because people are.
I'm just saying.
You're
1,000% what did we just do
correct.
at the bottom of that hour?
1,000%
we gave him a beautiful tribute.
People are.
And I know John Sterling. I knew John
yeah.
personally, and I love that dude.
No, you're 1,000% having fun. It's a great call, and even that call is hilarious. But you know how people are.
That's it.
That's the problem.
I just want people to know that we're not.
No. We're having fun, dude. Yeah. Hey, 93, my gosh, to 64. Knicks up on the 76ers. Man. Are they tired, Jason? The Sixers? They'll come back?
Jason
or
says
is this
it's
just
too
what they
soon.
do?
He doesn't want to celebrate.
Yeah, I like him.
He
He's a realist in that regard.
Well, he's just been hurt so often.
Yeah, especially with the Mets and the Jets.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?